Oh boy. Hey, fire. Ready for suffering? Not really. Actually, I don't know if it's in effect or not, but I tried to see what I could do for low latency, so I don't know how much delay has been affected the stream or not. It should be the lowest settings possible. Christmas plays, I forgot about Wani, and I've been getting back into it, and I found your streams again. Alright, sounds good. Seems to be a lot faster than usual, yeah. Hopefully, let me know if the quality of the visuals starts to go to shit, because that's what I'm worried about. If this just goes off fine, I'm gonna leave it like this. I was meaning to get this tinkering with shit like this, and I finally got to it. Depending on how far we go and how I feel, maybe we'll do Stardew afterwards. I don't even have a thumbnail ready for it, that's what sucks. I had to take like an hour and a half to get the new internet installed. I had to get all my fucking Ethernets moved over to like literally the other room. So that was fun. I need to get another like 15-foot Ethernet cable for sure. That's gonna be fun. My cat brought me a rabbit 2 days ago. Guts out and still alive. And this morning he brought me feathers of a bird. Okay. Where were we? I'm assuming this one, right? Yeah. Ugh, being alive fucking sucks. I'm not even gonna do the voices because I feel dead inside. The iconic room of thinking. I do all my thinking here, you know. Why did I ever have to agree to doing physical exercise like this? Now I'm so sore I can barely get out of this damn bed. Then oh, that reminds me, my rap G counter. I still have it. Hold on. There we go. Hey, Robert. And rap G, the cherry on top, might just be that having been caught in the rain, I'm feeling all groggy and under the weather already. I hate Mia for doing this to me. But then again, it's not like I had plans or anything, so I guess this is at least a good enough excuse to stay in bed. It only slightly feels less justified by the fact that I can barely hold my phone upright. Ah, I'm so low energy. It takes me all morning. Oh, no, it takes me all morning to look through the tabs I had open. A weigh it thread, a fragrance thread, baiting new fags over in a general I don't frequent, some web shops, a couple of short video essays. It's the usual. Only as my stomach begins to growl increasingly louder do I finally decide to get up, and even then only to pick up from reception a pizza that I ordered. Munching on it, I scroll social media idly. Pizza. Does it have anchovies on it? Nothing interesting, of course, just faux drama between the popular rock bottom high girls, former graduates I barely got to know posting about their college and internships, and my parents on a trip to wherever the fuck. However, there is one thing that catches my eye as I flick my finger across the screen. A picture Damien posted with him and what I presume to be his family posing on the patio of some house. They look like to be part Rhino Rex. They all seem to be relatively happy. Dee's even doing a peace sign or a victory symbol. His mother is in the picture too, more reserved, with her hands neatly folded in her lap as she sits there. Even from the pixelated mess as I zoom in, I can tell that she's skinny and has deep bags under her eyes, and there are way too many wrinkles on her face for what I expect to be from a middle-aged woman, dino or not. But then, I've never seen any middle-aged woman after them having dropped a litter. Maybe it's par for the course. Reading through the comments below the picture, there's a not very interesting conversation between all seven of them, going on about how great it is to be together again. Even some family, friends, and other relatives have posted. Blah. Out of curiosity, I opened the mom's profile. It looks rather bland and average, and just by looking, I definitely couldn't have told that this is an impatience profile page. Only all the good wishes in the comments, and lack of regular updates that hint at the fact. I sigh and put the phone down, refocusing my attention on the pizza. The rest of the morning goes by with pretty much nothing noteworthy happening. After settling back in bed, I briefly look at through all of Damien's relatives' profiles, trying to work out whether his beef with Ben had any far-reaching consequences. Watching this in the middle of an outage, that's gotta suck. And to think I had a good day until the brand of Wanigamu is activated, yeah. Time to think. It doesn't appear to be the case, though, leaving me with no entertainment. Way later in the afternoon, after having scrolled through the catalog of all the boards I'm even remotely interested twice over, I look for something else to do. Not wanting to get up again, that something continues to be looking up random people on social media. What are we coding on? Or whatever, Coda, the Coda guy. I could just watch a movie too, but right now this feels slightly more interesting. Like it's totally not stalking or anything, only that it gives me something to do. Ben and Liz are very easy to find, both friends of Damien, although neither of them have anything truly riveting going on. Ben's profile is full of reshares of random student council related things, goodwills, charities, and so on, stuff you'd expect from a pretentious prick like him, while Liz's profile is set mostly to private, which is a bit surprising, to be honest. Finding Mr. Idekin takes a bit more doing. I'm not even sure that he still uses the account because it doesn't have any posts from this year. For similar reasons, and because I don't really care, I don't bother looking up the other teachers. I barely even know their names anyway. Mia's profile, on the other hand, it was only through Liz's friend list that I actually managed to find her. Given that I don't know her full name either, it's kind of odd that they're friends on social media because I can hardly imagine that being a case in real life. It's probably a meaningless courtesy one of them did years ago, but what makes it a bit more interesting is that neither Damien nor Ben had done the same. Maybe Ben was too proud to accept Mia's request, or Mia could have been too proud to even send the request to begin with. Or to accept Ben's if he did. Or maybe Ben had just undone it and Damien followed along. It's like the occasional silence interrupted by writing pencil on a piece of paper. It's just the occasion. Oh, it bugs me. And Damien followed along like a lobotomized golden retriever. Regardless, my expectations are quite high as I wait for Mia's page to load. Mia route, Thinko cyber stalks Damien. Yeah, this is totally the Mia route. Man, there's so much Mia here. In part because she's a girl, but I also do wonder if she posted anything about our fiasco yesterday. More precisely, I'd like to see what others. Oh, that scared me. Jesus. War theme just subscribed. Thank you. That scared the shit out of me because it's so fucking quiet. My God, I wish the sound effects were like a little more contextually aware, you know. More precisely, I'd like to see what others are saying about it if she did. But she didn't post it. Oh well. At least it seems to be a normal, active profile like Damien's, with weekly and even daily updates. There aren't anything special. Barely any are made by Mia, actually, as most are shares of her friends' posts or about events she wants to attend, like some concert that'll be happening at the festival thing Liz told me about. It's a little disappointing, but it's like whatever. It does mean, though, that my absolutely not stalking spree is over and I'll have to find something else to do now. So just send a meaningless friend request to all the people I haven't yet, like Mr. Idekin and Mia. Then go on Internet Explorer fits. Oh God. With that out of the way, I'm about to shut the phone off, but just as I do, it vibrates in my hand, indicating an incoming notification. Huh? That's weird. Mia had already accepted the friend request. She must be on her phone right now, too, lazying about. I guess I'm not the only one with no plans for the weekend. Before I could think too hard about it, I send her a message saying hi, punctuated by a wave emoji the app encouraged me to add. I'm not going to be upset if she doesn't answer, but I'd also be lying if I said I'm not at least a little intrigued about our interactions as of late. Mia does keep me guessing, to say the least. And with the safety of the distance between us right now, I find the idea of another conversation with her a reasonably entertaining pastime. Her message comes through a few seconds later. Hi. Hi. What does Rap G even mean? It's Raptor Jesus. What's up? There's that fucking writing again. Jesus. I hate it. Stop it. What's the point of writing? There's nothing to write. Not much. What do you want? What do you when that? I don't know though. Thought we should chat. If that's why you texted me, piss off. I'm not your entertainment. Entertainment. Is that so? So mad you didn't get to beat me at everything yesterday? I did beat you. You lost. Yeah, I guess you're right. Are you still sore too? Nah. How? Worked it out. That makes no sense. It does. You're just too stupid. It's like I told you. Told me what? That you said you should care of your bod. Why? Yeah, right. So what's up for real? There's a pause. He is starting and stopping to type several times. Hanging out with my parents. Well, now it makes sense why she's on her phone, especially because I'm willing to bet that the word parents here refers to her mother and stepfather. I mean, I don't enjoy hanging out with my real parents either, so I'm pretty sure I'd hate being forced to be around someone I'm not even related to. I don't even know whether Mia's mother only remarried once, or if she had like a string of stepfathers since she could just be desensitized to the whole thing. However, Mia doesn't know that I'm aware of her family situation. Let's keep up the act for now. Oh, is that a good thing? Nah, it's boring. But we are going bowling later. There's a good place like that. Nah, it sucks. So why are you going? Dad wants to. Dad. Uh-huh. Do you? Another pause, and this time for good. I guess her parents finally got fed up with her not socializing with them, or maybe they left for the bowling place as we were talking, even though she said later. Shrugging, I put the phone down, yawn, and stretch, and dare the odds that my legs won't give out if I go to take a piss. There's no reply from Mia even as I get back into bed, which I take as my cue to stop bothering her. I guess it was kind of cool she humored me for this long. For the rest of the day, I do pretty much nothing, and neither for the rest of the weekend. And then it's back to the grinder. Hey Yinko, let's go bowling. Thinko uses a stylus on his phone and refuses to type with a keyboard. That's autistic. We're indoctrinating rap G into everyone's vocabulary. No, thank you. It's Monday morning homeroom. That's pretty much all I have to say about it. Entering the classroom just now. Is that outside? Oh yeah, sirens outside. I thought there was sirens in the game. I'm like, oh, they're coming for Ideken. The sentiment, it seems, my peers share as well, because even though there are less than 5 minutes till the start of class, half the seats are still empty. Including Desk Ben and Damien Share, of course, but the desk. Okay. Ugh. Not sure how to feel about that, to be honest. Right now, I feel less miserable than I thought I would, after wasting a weekend like this. Not especially great, but not especially bad either. More than anything, I simply feel like on your most average, ordinary day. Although today might not be quite so ordinary. Actually, because at one of the window side tables I see sitting one of the latest banes of my existence, about whom I had almost totally forgotten. Olivia? Yeah, Olivia! She does not seem to have noticed me entering. And in fact, nobody else has. Even Mr. Artican doesn't, sitting at his desk with a shielding wall of newspapers. Newspapers. There we go. The green ham planet is sitting alone, and in no way do I entertain the idea of sitting with her. I do my best to not look in her general direction as I pass by her, walking up to Damien's empty seat. I'm pretty sure that if D is not here now, he isn't back yet. So, and Ben rarely shows up to these classes for more than 5 minutes. I can safely assume that no one will bother me. Taking a subtle curiosity glance back towards Olivia, I'm not very surprised to see her looking at me. Through my sunglasses, she can't make eye contact, but she's practically drilling a hole into my back with her awkward stare. I'm not very good at reading dinos' faces, but I think she's maybe being curious too. Whatever, she could be curious or she could be anything else. It won't make me want to waste another damn breath on her. Turning back around at nearly the same time, my phone buzzes in my pocket. Sitting at the front desk, I can only hope Mr. Ideken doesn't notice it. Bingo, your friend request killed Mr. Ideken. I mean, class technically hasn't started yet, but I can totally see him threatening to confiscate the stupid thing. Pulling it out stealthily under the desk, I see that it's a text from Mia. Oh, so maybe she did respond to me and I just didn't properly send till now. I can't even read any of the words off the notification bubble before it disappears, because it's in this exact moment that Mr. Ideken puts his newspapers down too, raising from his seat to address the class with a forced, energetic smile and a loud clap of his hands. Alrighty, folks. With a dissatisfied frown, I sink my phone back into my pocket and turn my attention to him. Good morning, everyone. It's me, Mark Zuckerberg. A few people return the customary greeting, but none match his energy. Regardless, Mr. Edekin seems content with that. Picking up a clipboard from his desk, he takes a moment to look through it, putting it back down afterwards with a knowing smile. Is there even music going on? Music's on. I can hear, like, just minor ambience. It's so bad. Let's see here. Yes. Well, I can't tell much about it just yet, but I'll have big news for all of you later this week. I'm very sure you'll all be absolutely thrilled to hear it. Thrilled? I can't say that I'm interested, but whatever it is he's teasing us with, apparently it'll be a big deal. From where I'm sitting, I can only see some of my classmates, but going off their looks, I'd say they generally seem to share my lack of enthusiasm. They're all cautiously hesitant. Mr. Edekin goes on with his usual bravado nonsense, nonetheless, consciously not paying attention to how little everyone cares. This Edekin has no riz. As he steps forward between the desks, at least it gives me a chance to quickly check out Mia's message, because at least that I'm curious about. Find me at lunch. Want to talk. She wants to talk. About what? And I must say, I'm not a fan of being ordered around like this. I guess at least it's progress. Because before now, it was always her who enacted her will upon me, tracking me down to bully me in the hallways, or like last Friday after classes. Gotta get that Liz after the lobotomy track here. It's a real silent. It's real silent. Yeah, the bassy thing. Boom, 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 boom. And wait, back there, didn't she say she wanted to talk about something too? Only that I accidentally made the whole contest thing happen instead. What's so important that she keeps continuously bringing it up? And couldn't she just have texted it? Now that she has my contact info? Maybe it's more complicated than that. Or maybe Mia's the type who prefers talking face to face. Or maybe whatever she wants to tell me includes another punch in the face. Can't do that through my phone. Whichever is the truth, I'm feeling uneasy at the prospect. I'm very, very sure that nothing good will come of this. But again, I don't think I can ignore it. I mean, it's like seeing a car crash happen. It's terrifying, but you just can't look away. Shooting a quick glance at Mr. Edekin, I can confirm he hasn't turned back around. Turned back around, meaning that I haven't been caught. Not wanting to risk it, I swiftly thumbs up Mia's message and put my phone away, looking down at the empty desktop. I need to take a moment before properly attuning my attention back to the lecture happening around me. By now, Mr. Edekin has finished with his homeroom bit and has switched over to art history. Even though I try to pay attention to take my mind off of Mia, if nothing else, I find myself returning to the same train of thought again and again. What does Mia want with me? A question that, as it now seems, may find the answer to rather sooner than later. Time to be bullied into the locker. I just left Mr. Edekin's classroom, with other students still filing out of the door on all sides of me. But right at the end of the hallway, as it crosses an adjoining corridor, I see none other than the Red Menace herself. She's busy stuffing things into her locker from a backpack. At least she's going by what I can see from here. Does she have a free first period or something? I wonder. Should I go talk to her right now or wait until lunch like she requested? On one hand, I'm definitely curious about what the hell Mia wants to tell me, and it should stand to reason that I act with a sense of urgency, right? Well, on the other hand, I'm not sure if Mia would be okay with me just walking up to her like this. She could get mad if people saw us hanging out in public. I take a few steps forward, considering if I should call her, tell her that we can meet now if she wants to, when Don't! Huh? You're not gonna go talk to her, right? Wait. You're not gonna go talk to her, right? What? How does she know? What are you talking about? Mia! Weren't you just about to walk up to her? You weren't looking like it. Oh, geez, so that's what she means. Are you stalking me? No. Well, why would you? I mean, she gave you that black eye and all, so... What does one say to something like that? I mean, yeah, from the outside, I guess it doesn't make much sense what I'm doing, but that's only because Olivia's got no idea about this situation. Why even butt her head into it? What's it to you? Gonna tell me who I can hang out with and not? Olivia is taken aback by my words a little, and although I'd expect anyone to be hurt after an accusation like this, she doesn't appear to have lost her calm whatsoever. Mia's bad news, okay? You're friends with that Damien guy, right? Ask him. He'll tell you the same thing. Just trust me on this. Trust her, huh? Yeah, fat chance. I'm not Damien's friend. And neither yours, in that case, in case you didn't realize. Fuck off now, please. As I wait for Olivia's response, I idly look towards the other hallway. Mia's still there, standing by her locker, but she's clearly looking back at me now. I don't expect her to wave at me or anything. It would honestly be quite comical if she did. Yet other than the look, she doesn't seem to be acknowledging my existence in any way. But she's not leaving either. Unsure about the current situation, I turn back to Olivia. It's time to bully the cripple. Olivia, why do you care? As even the setting of Wanigamu, it's the original, apparently. The original writings. Prepare to be shoved into a locker, Thinko, yeah. Methed up Olivia. She's OBC, has telepathy. Thinko is comically bad. We're going to beat up a cripple. You're really putting the ass into assertive today. Do you know that? Yeah, and she's putting the word fat into obnoxious. I do. Bye. And with that, I firmly turn away, this time not waiting for her to reply. Only to see Mia gone? What? Where did she go? Well, I've already started walking away, so I can't stop now, or I'd look really stupid, so... In the very same motion, I make my way to my next class, wondering about what just happened. I didn't get to beat up the cripple. Olivia post-cook-off. There you are. Oh, here we go. Aren't you going to get some food? That can wait. What do you want from me? I sit down opposite Mia at the table. The only table that has occupants within earshot, by the way, as nobody dares to sit near her. She's eating some sort of pea/mashed potato combo. For a few seconds, I'm confused why her plate isn't packed full of meat, only to then realize she's not even a carnivore, despite her aggressive nature. I make a mental note to later consider how many of my acquaintances here actually behave like the stereotype I expect them to be, but push the thought aside for now. Wiping her mouth on the cuff of her jacket and belching in my face afterwards, Mia opens with a strong intro to whatever the fuck she wants. The fuck it is she wants. About last Thursday. You got anything to say? I got... What? What happened last Thursday? At the track, you saw... At the track, there was someone with me. At this point, Mia looks around at the kind of stressed-out expression on her face. I think she's double-checking whether anyone's listening in on our conversation. When she doesn't continue, I speak up again. Okay, so there was. What's that got to do with me? Even though I'm asking, the pieces are starting to fall into place now, Mia is anxious that I may know her secret. I do know it, of course. Her father told it to me personally, but for the here and now, I should probably feign in ignorance. Plate of peas. Thinko is into this. Did you, notice anything? Anything out of the ordinary? Did he say anything to you? Alright, it's confirmed. And, now that I think about it, after our competition on Friday, Mia had made a remark that I'm a type of guy who likes to use their words, so she might be trying to gauge whether I'm lying to her or not right now. Yeah, we talked. What are you asking? I'm asking if... No, it doesn't matter. I don't care what he said. What's important is that you could tell nobody that you saw him with me. You don't even know he exists. You hear? Well, okay. How desperate can she get? I'm almost enjoying this. Why? Grinding her teeth, Mia leans closer over the table as she whisper shouts her words at me. You don't fucking get to ask questions. You do what I told you to do. Understand? No, I don't understand. So what if you've been hanging out with some other so what if you've been hanging out with some human guy? Contrasting her whispers, I make sure to speak just a tad bit louder. Louder, but not too loud that I have to Plaud's deniability. I do make a point of stressing the last few words, though. Nobody hears me, of course, but they're sitting so far away, but Mia hisses at my words nonetheless, reaching over the table to pull me close. I'm actually starting to feel kind of intimidated, but I know I still have the upper hand here. I figure Mia to be intelligent enough to know that if she hurts me now, and I just happen to be in the know, she could be sure everyone else would be too, come tomorrow. She can't touch me, yet. Shut the fuck up, you faggot. That guy is my father. She looks away again. Following her confession, the silence befalls the table for a second or two, but then her fever returns, pushing me away forceful enough that I almost fall over with my chair, its hind legs scraping against the floor, and continues with a low growl. Get it? Nobody can know. So you shut your fucking mouth about it. Having caused a scene like this, her next words address the other students looking at us. Ain't got nothing better to do, you fucks. All heads quickly turn away. Some people even switch tables or decide that they're actually all finished up with their lunches. And then we settle back into our seats too. I'm supposed to act surprised now, I guess, so I take my moment to fix my clothes, as if digesting the information. You're kidding, right? How would that even be possible? Yes, he's a skinny. I have a skinny father. You got a fucking problem with that? She's still speaking in a hushed tone, but I think she's trying to compose herself. No. I mean, I still don't see it, but... Okay, fuck. If I want to somehow try and use this information to my advantage, this is the moment. We're in a public place, and Mia is worked up enough to let her emotions run away from her. If there's ever going to be a point in history where I can turn this around on her, this is it. But what if people knew? A moment passes as Mia processes my words, and the veiled threat in them, and then... I could barely register her movement, and already she has me in a headlock over the table. I thought I was against her chest. You have some guts, I'll give you that. But you don't ever fucking try to blackmail me, you dipshit. Her hold on my neck tightens. I can't suppress a pained whine. Flailing my arms around, I try to find any way to get her hands off me, but to no avail. Blackmail her for the funny. I love the detailed thought process. Neuron by neuron, yeah. There's more thinking than talking. That's a good way to accidentally fall off the roof. And the next text box appears and it goes on for 3-4 lines in one go. Thinko moment. That's probably worth it. Thinko before dying to snoo snoo. Greeting. Oh no. I'm sitting this one out. Fuck the Mia mod. Okay, goodbye. Let go of me. The only response I get is her tightening the vice again, but this time only for a few seconds. Message received. Fuck, yes, received. Let me go. Content, she gives me one last tight chokehold for good measure and then settles back into her seat once more. Meanwhile, I basically collapse onto the table and nearly faceplant Mia's plate, coughing and hacking harshly. I pick myself up as fast as I can, looking around to see how many fucking people saw me get humiliated again. A non-zero amount, of course. God damn it. I sigh, more frustrated than anything. I honestly should have expected something like this to happen. Unlike last time, I really only have myself to blame. Show's over, folks. You can all get back to your lunches now. Good rapture evening. Hey, cartoon collector. As I scan the room among the faces, I'm surprised to see one I know. Let me guess. Olivia. Yeah, Olivia's here, silently watching us. It's honestly quite creepy. Following my gaze, Mia looks over at the disabled gator too, letting out an amused grunt, or what I think is to be an amused grunt anyway. Are you her friend? Olivia's cough. Fuck no. I told you already. No, you told me that she isn't your friend, but she seems to think otherwise. I saw you talking to her today. She looked like she's worried about you. Looks like it now, too. Why does she think you're her friend? I want to ask Mia why she's so interested, but so far she's been asking me about the most random things. If she wants to know, I guess she just wants to know. I have no idea. Mr. Idakin made me give that fat fuck her school shit last week, and now I can't get her off my back. At this point, I sit back down to face Mia properly at the table, and she looks back at me too, away from Olivia. I'm more than a little angry at her for the shit she just pulled, and I'm sure it's clearly written on my face too, but it doesn't seem to faze her any. Good. Olivia is bad news. You should trust me on this. I should, huh? Have I heard this before? What could Mia possibly have against a cripple anyway? Let me guess, she tried to start the usual generic bully shit on her, and with Olivia being disabled, it backfired on her bad. Mia's going to murder Olivia and make Thinko take care of the body. Maybe Mia now thinks that the teachers will play favorites when it comes to her, and I guess I wouldn't want to be caught up in that. Wait, is Mia implying that my behavior is in any way like hers? Just earlier, Olivia said something like that too. In the end, I say nothing and watch silently as she gets back to her lunch. Until... What? Why are you staring at me? What? 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 You asked me to be here. No, I only wanted to tell you about my... You can leave now. What? Is she serious? Taking my silence in stride, she puts down her utensils again to address me appropriately. Don't presume anything, you bald loser. I'm not your friend. I mean, I didn't think that, but... But then why not just text me this shit? Why do you even answer my message? Why did you even answer my messages this weekend? I did it because I was bored. And you're here now because of this is the proper way to do it. It's the right thing to do. The right thing. Yes. She's fucking with me, right? No. You can't be serious. Is that what you think you're doing? The right thing? Bullying people? That's right too, like when we first met. Oh, boo-hoo, aren't you the most goody two-shoes all of a sudden? You were holding up the line, I merely tackled you. You gave me a black eye. That was for you being a little bitch, and to remind you to not mess with me. Much easier for the both of us if you learned that lesson. Gee, wow, thanks for making that decision for me. Oh, please, in what universe would you have agreed to be in Punch? See, it was in both of our best interests. I'm sure that there would have been a better way, been another way. You should always maybe put in the effort to be nicer to people, not beat them up. And why is that? Why should I waste my potential on them? There's clearly agitation seeping into Mia's voice now, like someone who's really fucking done talking. But I can't accept that, so I stay in my seat, expecting her to go back on whatever retarded bluff this is trying to be. I still think you're bullshitting me. Like what? You think you'll talk me into being your fucking best pal? Listen here, you fucking wordsmith wannabe. Scooting over in place, she points to a trio of posters on the wall behind her. Looking at them, I can immediately tell that their ones Ben and Co. have been so busy putting up all over the place. I haven't yet looked at them more closely, but I can guess the point. Charity event, community day, and make a donation. Contact Liz. Oh no, it's Liz's phone number. Don't dial it. The posters don't even look half bad. They're kind of corporate maybe, but what does Mia want with them? We're going, you and I. What? Why? So that I could show you just how little words do. What the fuck does that mean? Almost drowning my voice out, a bell rings to signal the end of lunch period. I didn't really notice, but by now we're basically the only ones in the whole cafeteria. And the 2 or 3 tardy students still here are just about to leave. As I watch them go, I hear Mia's chair sliding along the floor. I don't care, Steam, go away. And not soon after, I feel the sting of her palm making the contact with the back of my head. Ouch, what the? Don't even think about slacking off. Are you fucking serious? What did Ben enlist you as a... No, fuck him. I wanted to be there to laugh at that blue faggot when he realizes nobody cares about his shitty little events. But now you'll be there too, to witness it. We're going to feel Ben's depression. He's going to be a super psychopath. That's a date in disguise. Third one is missing a number. Dinosaurs weren't smart enough to remember more than 9 numbers. There's so many bundles of sticks in this mod. Most of them are just Mia. Lucky me. She gives me another smack. Hey, this is ending 2 all over again. just put ending 2 Olivia's head on here and it's pretty much the same thing. I'll see you there, but I don't need you coming after me until then. Or after. Got it? Fine, I got it. And that means you'll leave me alone too, right? Yeah, sure. Whatever you say. With that she leaves, not even wasting a goodbye on me like usual. Wow. Fuck you too, then. Time to go back to the Thinko room, huh? On my way out, I stopped to check out the posters again, going on about some charity stuff and physical labor. And it's only then I realized I haven't eaten a damn thing. Going hungry. Physical labor. Rap G. That's another one on the Rap G counter. Rap G. Back in the mall. Not in the Thinko room. Ben becomes Patrick Bateman. Much like ending 2 Inko, this Thinko will die in a domestic disturbance. There it is, dude. Reset the clock. Oh yeah, we got Liz's theme here. Boop 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 boop. We gotta crank this one. We gotta crank it. Crank that shit. Oh, the bass went away. No. Well, the bass is there, but it's like... Okay, we can restart it. Good. The mere thought to willingly put young adults like us through that is so absurd, it barely leaves the forefront of my conscience all throughout the rest of the afternoon. And on a Friday, no less. Just what were they thinking when they came up with that? At least if it meant that we got to skip classes, but no. To get my mind off of it, I stop in front of a random storefront and check out the clothes displayed there. The only reason why I'm here in the mall at all is to occupy my mind with something more constructive. Crank that shit up. From the other side of the glass, dinosaur mannequins look back at me, veritably wearing some leaving winter clothes and turtleneck sweaters, and welcome spring clothes like tight ripped jeans. Kind of bothers me that even in a big mall like this, I have to look really hard to find any clothes specifically designed for humans. Ones that wouldn't leave half my ass hanging out through the tail hole. Though to be fair, I'm aware of my hypocrisy in thinking this. Dinos can be built so different from one another. I came to learn that there are entire fashion avenues propped up around certain species and their physical features, like horn jewelry and shirts with wing holes. And that's another thing. How can Ben accept all students to be able to lift heavy shit and all that? Idly thinking about this, I walk over to the next store window. Dino mannequins, same as the previous ones, except these ones are clad in more sporty attire. Nice to look at, but not my thing at all. Maybe Ben expects that the people not built to lug industrial equipment around will be the ones doing the monetary contributions. I can absolutely see him standing above the crowd, chanting fake-sounding bullshit like, "Let's all pitch in, haha," but not lifting a finger himself. It's very convenient how all the posters said to contact Liz too. Some great hero, Ben is. Oh, whoops, and speak of the devil. It's definitely the Liz theme. Boop, 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 boop. As I'm about to move over to the next store, a glimpse of a long, tubular, bluish-green scaled flesh catches my attention. Looks like I'm not the only one out here to try on some new clothes. Liz! Only as I call out to her do I notice someone else with Liz. Oh no, it's Prockling! A girl I haven't seen before. She's a kind of scrawny-looking whatever raptor, wearing a demure-looking purple dress, probably something else from the student council. Mommy-wise, the Triceratops clothing in a locked plexiglass case. Yeah. Her coming was foretold by the music. It was. This is Liz's theme. In fact, the bass is played on Liz's neck herself. Constantly. That's how you know she's coming. Oh, Inko! I didn't see you there. It's cool. What's up? Oh, not much. Preparing for the big event had me all kinds of tired, so I figured I'd treat myself to something nice today. Oh, that sounds nice. Oh, and hey, good work on those posters. She ducks her head at that, though the smile remains on her face. Thank you, but I wasn't all that involved with the designs. But I'll pass on your compliments to the guys. Oh. Right. You do that. The other girl takes this opportunity to step forward. I don't believe we have met before. I'm Liz's homeroom teacher. You address me as Miss Prockling. Oh no, is Liz getting groomed by the teacher? Like, what is it with teachers and students, like, hanging out after classes? Like, that is not a normal thing, man. Like, unless you're staying after school to learn shit. Like, hanging out outside of school is something that's unheard of. Liz Routwen, that's gonna be the next update. Oof. The name sounds familiar. I think Liz might have mentioned her to me before. I seriously couldn't have told that she's a teacher, though, if she didn't say so. Oh, no, I don't think we've met. It's a pleasure. So, enjoying the afternoon with some shopping, ladies? Miss Prockling politely smiles at that, but Liz just rolls her eyes. We're mostly buying stuff for our festival stall, actually, not just for ourselves. At least the budget isn't ours either. The student council's budget is my budget. Though she puffs her cheeks out, Liz doesn't appear to be offended for real. Oh geez, they make you do all that and deal with the charity thing. And does Ben still expect you to be here to lift heavy shit? Sounds ass to me. Nah, it's not that bad. We have this unspoken rule in the student council, you see. When you help organize an event, you get a free pass on attending. I'm gonna be home enjoying a bubble bath, believe me. Well, you and the other folks, well, you get the idea. She gives a relieved or maybe a tired sigh at that, giving me a smile that's equally a mixture of conflicting emotions I can't very well place. Brockling route win. Jeez, get groomed by the teacher. What is this, Coda? But then for a moment she looks away, as if taking the time to choose her next words more carefully. So, how have you been? I've been hearing some, not so great things about you. Not so great things? Like what? Well, I've heard about your fight with Damien and the way that you treated Ben the next day. What's going on with you, Inko? Oh shit, I should have known Ben would be a prissy little bitch. How many people did he tell, other than Liz? And who might Liz have told, too? Not any of the teachers, I hope. Miss Brockling isn't giving me the stink eye or anything, but then again, it's like, whatever. I mean, what can they do? Give me a slap on the wrist and a stern talking to? Blame me in front of my parents during the next parent-teacher conference? They have that in the parent-teacher conference in college. And besides, it's not like I was in the wrong about any of this. You know, I don't think Ben gave you the full picture. Maybe, but this is your chance to tell me, then. To, come clean. To come clean. You do realize how fucking loaded that question sounds, right? And you gave me shit for thinking that you're dating... and you gave me shit for thinking that you're dating a teacher. Excuse me, what? Sigh, it's because Idekin prefers us dropping the formalities. Inko first thought that we were... Oh, how scandalous! She gives me a tiny wink, but Liz is quick to shoot down her playfulness. Yeah, well, I'm not. And let's not change the subject, okay? You have some explaining to do, Inko. If you already decided that I'm the bad guy here, why even hear me out? You know what I mean. It's just, you're right. But I do trust Ben more. And these are some pretty heavy accusations he's making. Plus, you're in a bad spot. I feel like it's part of my responsibilities to help you out. What? How exactly is that your responsibility? Because I'm on the student council, and you're all new here, and as a teacher, I couldn't, in good conscience, step aside either. Is there a problem? Ah, for fuck's sakes. It's time to explode at him. Can't have the new student have a subpar experience at Gloria St. Hammond's, but God forbid they actually cared about me. Look, everything's fine. It turned out Damien and I weren't very compatible, so... And whose fault is that? The way Liz snaps at me gives me a pause. Are you brave enough to fight Sally for her hand? Oh no. I don't think Sally exists in this universe. Aren't Brockling and Idekin dating in this mod? I don't know. Don't spoil it if it is. Even though she's going out of her way to appear as if she wants to hear both sides of the story, really it sounds like she's only waiting for me to make up some excuse. She's got that typical no bullshit Liz stare. Makes me lose my patience just a bit faster, too. Are you really gonna bitch at me, too? Like, does it have to be anyone's fault? I mean, either it was nobody's or both of ours. Dee was acting like a dick, and I stopped putting up with it. Acting like a dick? How? Do you want me to tell you how do you want me to tell you his shoe size, too? What? Does it fucking matter why it happened? It did. End of story. No, you're right. It doesn't matter. And look, fine, I get that you were upset at Damien. I mean, I don't really get it, but that gives you no right to take your anger out on Ben, talking to him the way that you did, and neither on me. She's getting the angry eyes. I wasn't going to bring this up, but I heard that you've been spending time with Mia lately. After how she treated you, I couldn't fathom how that happened. I don't even want to know, but she's obviously a bad influence on you. What the fuck? That's the third time today someone's compared me to that red cunt. And it's not true, right? I'm nothing like her. I'm too weak. I'm too weak to be like her. For your information, I've been talking to Mia to get her to back off. Today, I finally managed to get rid of her for good, except I'm going to be seeing her later sometime this week. Are you happy now? Liz doesn't respond. Not immediately, anyway. When she does, her tone is measured, kind of distant. It's none of my business who you make friends with, but I'd be remiss in my duties if I didn't tell you this. Watch yourself, Inko. Because I might just strangle you with my fucking neck. Gee, thanks, Mom. She sighs, hearing my sarcastic reply, and continues in a demeanor more akin to what I've grown to expect from her. Sorry, I didn't mean it like that. It's just... You don't know what's going on with Mia, Inko. You're putting yourself in more danger than you realize. We're gonna die! Uh-huh, The danger of becoming a bully too, am I right? Well, they can bite me. I don't think I owe an explanation or an apology. I thought the three of us could hang out and have some fun, but I guess I was wrong. I'll let you guys get back to your shopping and we can act like this never happened. How about that? Fine, if that's what you want. It is. Have a nice day. Liz murmurs something nonchalantly back at me, while Miss Procklin pretty much just gives me a wave goodbye. The teacher's gaze lingers on me for a moment longer, but then she turns back to Liz, escorting her away. Good. Wouldn't want to start another argument either. It's like, God fucking damn it. Is everyone secretly an asshole in this place? I never would have thought that, of all people, Liz... She's not right about me acting like Mia, is she? Like, do I have the self-awareness to realize that the phrase, everyone's an asshole except for me, is exactly the way it sounds? And I almost did just go there. How could that have happened? I didn't start shit with no one. Even now, Liz came at me flinging shit in my face. What was I supposed to do? Thanks to her bickering, I'm not even in the mood for mall exploration anymore. I think I should just... Inko. Uh-oh, teacher's coming back to groom us. I remember seeing that on a previous stream. Oh, I don't remember it at all. I forget this game. This is like the mod I forget about the most. Next step is Thinko calling Ben the funny F word. We beat up Ben. That'd be funny. Mia tells us to go beat up Ben, and we were like happy to do so. Huh? My hand is placed on my shoulder, and gently I'm turned around. A moment of your time, please. Oh great, the fuck do they want now? Or the fuck does she want? Is the precise question, because it's only Miss Procklin pestering me with Liz watching us from further away. Yeah, Liz's body is further away, and like her head's like all the way up behind Procklin, listening in. Are you sure you don't want to tag along? We were just about to get some food, and I made Liz promise not to bring up the other topic. To bring the other topic up again. I thought you'd like that. What? Why is she being so nice to me all of a sudden? Why? You two are way too young to ruin a perfectly fine friendship over something so silly. Life is full of opportunities, and you shouldn't turn them down out of bitterness. Well, I can't argue with that. Okay. Was this the decision thing? Joining up, well, there was no decision, I guess. Joining up with the girls again. There's some meaningless, awkward small talk as we decide on a place to eat. Since they invited me, I let them choose. Ended up at a burger chieftain, but I did offer to pay the bill, which the girls did graciously accept. To show good faith, I also took on carrying some other bags of festival supplies, just so that Liz really fucking seriously would have been the asshole to bitch at me even after all this. In any case, the girls lead me over to their apparently favorite table, and we make our order through the joint's phone app because also apparently Miss Procklin has racked up a ton of premium points and wanted to spend them. It takes about 15 minutes for our food to be ready, but soon we settle in for the delicious meal. Eventually a new conversation perks up too, as I figure I might as well use this opportunity to get to know Miss Procklin better. So, what's it like being a teacher at St. Hammond's? Shouldn't you be asking your own homeroom teacher about that? Yeah, I'd rather not. Well, he's not here now, is he? I suppose not. Hmm. Usually it's a very chill experience. I just noticed the bass music went away. It's not Liz's theme anymore. It's the silence of Mrs. Procklin's fame. Now let me blow my nose and get a drink. Alrighty. Usually it's a very chill experience. Compared to primary school and public schooling in general, kids mostly come to this place to study something they actually care about. You don't have to force their education down their throats, and you normally don't have to deal with discipline issues either. Which is a good thing, because I don't think I'd be cut out for that. Miss Procklin giggles as she speaks the last few words. Oh, yeah, you wouldn't be cut out for that. You don't have Solly with you this time, do you? The real Miss Procklin would love to dish out punishments. I find myself smiling too. I wasn't sure to think about her at first. I mean, she is faculty after all, but it does feel more like talking to someone my age than talking to an adult. I don't know how much older than me she could be. If I had to guess, I'd say not that much. And if I may ask, how long ago did you come here, miss? Ah, miss, huh? Maybe I should take a page from the Eidekin book. You don't know how old you just made me feel, Inko. Oh, I didn't mean to. It's okay, I know you didn't. And anyways, Liz's class is actually my first. I've been kind of on an internship deal before then, mostly being a substitute teacher and all that. But I've seen a lot these past 4 years. Man, these equity schools are crazy. I could never stand it. I had to get out. Um, to think that, to think that soon you'll graduate. She turns to Liz, giving her a wide, albeit melancholic smile. Now remember to write me every now and then again, I hope. Liz smiles back politely, but doesn't say anything. It's kind of weird, and come to think of it, has she said a single word since we sat down? Looks like Mrs. Procklin notices too, putting down her burger to scold Liz gently. You're not still upset at Inko here, are you? Liz holds out for just another moment before answering, an uneasy expression blossoming on her face. I know I promised not to bring this up, but How could I not be upset? Ben is my boyfriend. You made him feel bad. He's making all the wrong choices, hurting my friends and... Liz, you trust my judgment, don't you? Yes, of course, Miss Procklin. And when I say you should forget about this nasty business, you understand why I'm saying it, right? I think I do. It's just, I don't even know where to begin. Right, this is starting to feel real fucking awkward. Honestly, don't feel like I need to make amends or anything. But it's kind of like what Miss Procklin said. I don't want to end our friendship over this shit. Plus, I do want to be more like myself and not like Mia because I'm not. It's time to work my magic. Liz, look. I know Ben and Damien have been your friends before I was anything to anyone at St. Hammond's, but I like hanging out with you. If those two dorks, not so much. It's like I said, I'm just not compatible with them. But I don't want you to hate me for that. The two girls take in my words mutely, after which all eyes turn to Liz to see how she'll react. I think she's not even sure herself. Surprisingly, Miss Procklin comes to my aid once again. Liz, Hinko is acting very mature here. Very mature for his age, you know. Do you have anything to say to him? Biting her lip, Liz appears to be collecting her thoughts. I find myself a little bit anxious, waiting for her to say something, even though I only said what she wanted to hear. Inko, you're kind of right. I'm sorry. I think I was taking all this too personally. I didn't consider your side of things. I don't want our friendship to end either, so I guess from now on we'll just have to hang out when Ben and Damien aren't around. Yeah, alright. That sounds very nice. Some silence again, and while it still is awkward, it's now kind of less awkward, I think. Alright, wanna go back to the burgers now? Sure, let's do that. The rest of the time we spend together ends up being nothing special. We eat our food mostly in silence. The only words being exchanged are between Liz and Miss Procklin as they discuss the remainder of their haul they still need to get. I properly excuse myself out of that. Not soon after we say our goodbyes, and I just be about to leave too, as Miss Procklin jogs back up to me one last time. Like before, she turns me around with a hand on my shoulder, except this time she's being rather firm than gentle, matching the serious expression on her face. I'm quite confused at what's going on. If you hit on Liz again, I'm going to kill you. Listen here, Inko. When I said that Mia is dangerous, I meant it. I don't know who or what she is to you, but be careful. The goat leg, her father, he's the wrong guy to get on the bad side of. Her real father? Before I could say anything, she gives me a half hug and waves me off again with an energetic and loud farewell so that Liz won't get suspicious, I'm guessing. So, yeah, that just happened. We got one on the Marvel list right there. Back with Blue Jacket. All right, Bacon. I'm surprised you're here. Everyone seems to keep popping up at like the Wani streams, like you and Panda, but never in like the Stardew streams or anything like that. Thank you. You have no magic to work. But what the fuck does it mean? And the goat leg? I don't recall the guy telling me his name, and I'm more than certain that this is some kind of nickname or alias, and I mean, the impression I got from him was that he's kind of a buffoon. The only danger I was in was the danger of losing brain cells. Hey, Dr. Coconut. Mia's father's right behind me, isn't he? I had a pretty interesting day. Or wasn't that yesterday? So, could Miss Procklin have meant Mia's stepdad? Because I haven't met him yet, and I don't plan on doing so either. Oh well, whatever. It's not like I have to deal with Mia or any part of her family for much longer. Right. Back to the Thinko room. Come on, Thinko room. Thinko room. We must go back to purgatory. The next couple of days, Tuesday through Thursday, happen in a perpetual stupor. I don't really talk to pretty much anyone, or pretty much anyone doesn't really talk to me. I'd of course see Ben and Liz in the hallways and Damien posting shit online, but I wouldn't think to bother them. With Liz, we might have sort of made up, but I couldn't give less of a fuck about the two boys. I even end up ditching the electives I have with Liz, although I couldn't exactly say why. I just feel it'd be too awkward constantly walking on eggshells around her. I'm not sure if Damien will be back this weekend, but with that apology or what, but I kind of hope he'll solve this messy situation he put me in. In fact, surprised as I am to say it, but I do think I'm beginning to prefer Mia's no-nonsense nature compared to the other guys. She might be a huge bitch, but to her credit, she does say what's ever on her mind. Sometimes I find myself agreeing with her on even things I haven't before. Like, yeah, I don't think I'd go around beating people up, even if I did have the capacity for it. But when it comes to sticking to this fake polite ethical spinelessness, I'm starting to see it as pointless. Yet even as I think that, I couldn't say that I miss Mia's presence in my life. In hindsight, I may have enjoyed our talks or enjoyed them in a most masochistic way, but I do just fine without them too. Plus, each time I see her hassle someone in the hallways, it walks back all the good impressions she's made. Mia's just an incorrigible cunt. Alas, Friday eventually does arrive, and with it the last time I'll ever have to interact with her. It's still morning, just before homeroom. I arrived so early the classroom door isn't even unlocked. There are some other students loitering nearby, but I don't pay them much attention. Maybe if it was only one or two of them, I'd consider striking up conversation, but this way, just no. What surprises me, though, is that Mr. Artican isn't here yet. Whatever it was he teased us with earlier this week, I guess he'll bring the topic up now, so does he need to prepare for it, or... Oh well, maybe he's just stuck in traffic. To busy myself until he arrives, I figure I'll check on the posters again. Hell, I mean, maybe all Mr. Ideken will do is only to reiterate the same shit they say in case there are people who haven't seen them yet. For now, I simply want to make sure that I have the time and address right. I know generally where the construction site is. I've passed by it several times going out to town, but I want to arrive before Mia does. It's not that I want to impress her, but I don't want her to give me bullshit for being late. Okay, well, maybe I want to impress her a little, but I want to impress everyone, so it's nothing special. And at least I know that Mia has high standards. Alright, the posters say 5 p.m., so I should have plenty of time to get there. I'll grab a quick bite after last period and head straight there. If I'm fast enough, I might be able to head off both Mia and the members of the student council. I don't know how many classes each of them will have today and how many of them they'll skip, but I don't know. It's not like I have anything better to do anyway. Suddenly, an unfamiliar noise like pebbles crunching on gravel fills my ears. Turning to the source of the sound, I see... Oh, it's Olivia. Yep. Good morning! I beg to differ. What do you want? Jesus, do you start every conversation with being an asshole? Only the ones I know that will be a detriment to my gray matter. This one's a bit loud. I'm gonna turn this music down a bit. This is like the Olivia theme, isn't it? It's worse than, like, real Olivia's theme. Ha ha. I'll ask you again. What do you want? For you to not sound like a second-hand bully, for starters. Is that all? Sigh. Actually, that's not at all why I wanted to talk to you. I'm not sure where we got off on the wrong foot, but when I'm trying to figure it out, I was actually hoping you would come to see me sometime this week because I wanted to show you something. In my room. She's not really saying what I think she's saying, right? Because if she's being flirty, I mean, if she honest to God thinks that she's got a chance with me, I don't know if my sense of self-worth could take that blow. I wonder how Mia would handle a situation like this. I want Olivia to leave ASAP, but so far Mia has been exceedingly good at cutting our conversations short. There's no shame in learning from someone who's better than you at something, even if you do otherwise hate that person. I guess I should tell Olivia exactly what she did wrong and stop waiting for her to catch on. I won't nanny her, but hopefully I'll get to preserve my brain cells by being direct. Yeah, you know, maybe the moment everything went wrong is when you literally slammed a door in my face. Ever thought of that? She's shocked. I didn't. That's not. Shit. That's seriously not how I thought you'd take it. I guess I didn't really think about it at all. Rap G. What a lame excuse. Alright, another one on the Rap G counter, guys. 12. How great the static people are back. Sounds like Gran Turismo shop music. You really don't like this version of Olivia, yeah? Enko says, what would Mia do? Mia, you magnificent bastard. I read your book. Well, now you know. Happy? A little, I guess. And I mean, I'm sorry. You should be. I am. Good. Okay, what the fuck now? I don't want to continue this stupid-ass conversation. I didn't want to have it to begin with. Luckily, looking towards the entrance over Olivia's head, I see Mr. Udikin appear at the end of the hallway with Ben in tow. They're talking quite heatedly about something, causing everyone around to look at them. And I'm sure they'll all... But, well, let's leave that for the announcement. Are you sure 10 minutes will be enough? I'm sure 5 will be. Very well, Ben. Watch as Mr. Ideken opens the door, and the two of them disappear inside, followed by the rest of our classmates. Huh, what do you think they were talking about? You're asking me? Yeah, who else would I be asking? Anyone but me, preferably. I'm sure they're just talking about the event Ben is planning. I see Olivia opening her mouth for a reply, or maybe for another question, so I'm fast to interrupt. I'm gonna go head in now. Bye, and have a nice day or something. Wait, Inko, hold on. What now? Yeah? Are you gonna sit alone again? I will. Why? Is that, your preference, or... Because if you want to, you can sit with me. I don't want to. I don't know in how many ways I can tell you this, but we're not friends. But... I have a skinny fetish, Inko. Come on! I thought since I apologized and you're not upset at me anymore... Are you seriously this far into replacing your cookie cutter personality with Mia's? I'm far into what the fuck? I'll let you know, hanging out with Mia is like 100 times better than wasting my brain cells on you. Oh, really? Which part do you prefer the most? Physical abuse or being her lapdog? Holy fucking rap G. If that's what you think about me, why do you even want to? No, fuck off. With those words, I take my leave, power walking into the classroom to let Olivia know that this conversation is now fucking over, and so are any and all that we might have had in the future. She yells something about Stockholm Syndrome, and I don't even entertain her shitty bait. Rapchi! So soon, too! So soon! Power's back on. Congratulations. This Inko really hates cripples. Yeah. Good start, Thinko. Now call her a fat cripple. Did I hear 2 Rapchis? Yes. Nearly back to back. That cripple truly is insufferable. I think I've been throwing that word around before already, but this time I really mean it. Once inside the classroom, I sit down in Damien's seat like last time. Homeroom hasn't started yet. Most seats in the room are still empty, so I decide to just fuck it and take out my phone. If Mr. Edekin has a problem with that, he can bite me. Right now, he seems to be too busy talking with Ben. Anyway, so I'll doubt he'll care. To spend time, I scroll social media idly, but without really actually looking at it. Eventually, my anger subsides, but my surprise at what Olivia said to me does not. This whole conversation we had was one crazy roller coaster. Could she really be this bad at picking up on social cues? I seriously doubt that. And why is she coming on to me so strong? Like, yeah, I get that I'm a billion times cooler than she is, so I wouldn't blame her for falling for me. But didn't I already shoot her down hard enough? I guess she's just too desperate to take no for an answer. I get so lost in thinking about this that I barely even notice as Ben asks for our attention, ready to make his announcement. Okay, class, guess what? I'm gay. It goes like, I knew it! And even when I do notice it, I consciously tune it out because he's really only just repeating things I already knew. Thankfully, he takes no longer than the promised 5 minutes, clapping his hands together at the end the way Mr. Edekin usually does. Definitely groomed. Alright, any questions? There's silence for a while, and then... Do we have to? Ben's face falls at hearing that, clearly taken aback. Well, I'm sure he was prepared to be asked this. I'm divorced from reality as he is. I doubt that he I doubt that he expected to be the first thing on people's minds, or that they'd have this little tact about it. He looks at Mr. Edekin for a brief moment, overall unsure as if asking for his help, but then he clears his throat and addresses the classroom again. Well, no, attending isn't compulsory, but the more the merrier, right? Remember, folks, this is a charity event. You'll be representing the school there. Go only if this sort of responsibility isn't lost on you. Yes, but we're taking donations. In fact, we have a collection box right here in the school that... Can we leave already? Can we leave early today? The event is scheduled at well after classes are over, so... But if there is a need, I think we can allow for special classes. As he makes the offer, some heads perk up, and Ben looks over to Mr. Edekin again to see if he's on board with the idea. But with my limited knowledge of telling apart dino expressions, I can tell that he's not very happy with Ben taking liberties on his behalf. But he's trying not to show it, I think. Perhaps, if the need is pressing enough. As expected, pretty much all interest dies down again at this point. Ben stands around awkwardly for about another half minute or so before he takes his cue and leaves stage left. He said... One can almost hear glass shattering as his dreams of making a big splash crumble into dust. I almost pity him. He doesn't sit down, either because he actually has shit to do, or perhaps on principle, as he'd have to sit next to me. After saying a haphazard goodbye to everyone, he leaves the classroom almost immediately. Time to go cry in the bathroom again, Ben. Mr. Idekin allows for everyone to settle in after that, before taking the spotlight for himself. Okay, boys and girls. I promised news for you all on Monday, and the news certainly has arrived. Oh, he's got news besides the charity event announcement? Now that's interesting. As of this year, all seniors, that is you, young masters, are required to hand in distinct work of art to be able to effectively graduate. A masterwork, if you will, as it is called in the olden days of yore. Haha. He takes a moment. He takes a moment for the weight of his words to sink in for everyone. Wait, we're this close to graduating already? That's crazy. And sink in it certainly does. All heads in the classroom turn to Mr. Idekin expectantly, surprise, shock, and fear glinting in all students' eyes, including mine. So are we even going to have a prom in this mod or no? What's going on? This was definitely not on the brochure. Have they even changed the rules around like this? Ahem, now let me assure you that you cannot fail your final year even if you were to, But of course, I'm sure you'll all be able to tackle this new task. Your assignment will only affect your art history grade, and it cannot result in an F. Not by itself, anyway. Okay, that sounds better. A little. If any of you have any idea for a project you'd like to take on, it's more than encouraged that you let me know. But all projects must be one-man productions. And I must tell you now, your proposed project will have to go through an approval process of both myself and the principal. We never even seen the principal yet, did we? Yeah, right. Fat chance anyone's gonna do that. Mr. Idekin picks up his clipboard of notes, the smile never leaving his face as he continues, despite the increasing exasperation of everyone else in the room. To help you get started, we've already selected you all an assignment, but just as I said, you may choose to do something else. Taking a deep breath in preparation, he then starts going down his list. He even takes on a showman-like voice, as if narrating a race or something. Name, assignment, name, assignment. With my name starting with an I, it's not long until it's my turn. Haha, and now we have our very own Masterinko. The assignment is... Oh god, please let it be something sensible. A wedding dress. Haha, how exciting. I freeze up, my brain needing a moment to make sense of the words. Dress. Wedding. Wedding dress. Alright. To Mr. Idekin's expectant gaze, I gave an awkwardly animated thumbs up, unsure whether I could properly force out a single sound right now. He takes that as good enough and continues handling the rest of the class their assignments. Okay. Okay, wedding dress. I can do that. I've drawn dresses before. Not with obsessive detail D does, but still. How different can a wedding dress be? Just slap on some lace and a veil, right? Yeah, shit, I'm getting kind of excited about this. As the lecture goes on, I find myself imagining up dress after dress, doodling around on the margins of the one singular notebook I bothered bringing to class. Only thought like 2 weeks had passed in the school year, and Ben is going to be modeling it. No! Oh god. It even ends up being what I do largely for the rest of the school day, sketching up dresses and laces and skirts and brasserie tops. Each one more beautiful than the last. Some so amazing, even I'd want to wear them. Okay. Mia's really cracked this guy's skull open. He's not right anymore. Inko, more like Twinko. Or well, to stand beside the person wearing them. It's more entertaining pastime than I thought it would be. And I'm not even afraid of getting a bad grade anymore. Sometimes not having people who talk to you can be a blessing. Apparently, because at least this way nobody bothered me while at work. Even Olivia seems to have learned her lesson, finally giving up on trying to lure me into her room or to tell me about the bad life choices I'm making. This way the hours count down to the last period faster than they usually do, and soon I'm out of the gates, passing down the hill with an energetic pace. It almost rhymed. sun is still high in the sky as I make my way down the hill. I remember this. I think I remember this background from the screenshots. And the air is a pleasant lukewarm, too. Although I did notice last week how insidiously deceptive the weather here can be, with temperatures dropping fast as the evening arrives. More than that, stores will be closing soon. If I don't want to go all the way to the mall or wait in line at a convenience store, I should make finding some food a priority. For a while, I consider looking up nearby bakeries and stuff on the map. I'm just too lazy to do that. Luckily, there seems to be more than enough to choose from the area. He's gonna drop Mia in the dress. Makes sense, I guess. Lots of hungry students would pass through here in the morning and after classes. So it's a smart idea to open a business to cater to their needs. None look much better than all the rest, though, so I pick one at random. I end up buying a trio of cold-cut sandwiches, one of which I immediately bite heartily into as I make my way towards the construction site. It reminds me, though, I should sometime look for a store where I could snag some cigarettes. My supplies are getting sparser and sparser every day. I still have my fake ID card from Rock Bottom that I used to buy beer there, which should worse to come. I'm pretty confident in my skill that I could sweet talk some random underpaid cashier. Anyways, that's neither here nor there for me now, and instead I focus my attention on my surroundings. Even before I get to the site proper, I already have to deal with the thorn up sidewalk, and with the open manholes that are only sometimes barred with yellow tape. The sounds reach my ears soon too, as I'm about to round the last corner there. Hammer on nails, heavy stuff being dropped and moved around, machines whirling, and welding torches screeching against the metal. A distinct rusty, earthy smell hits me in the face at the same time, one that I can almost taste. Oh yeah, this is going to be just great. There's no sign of Ben or Mia around, so I go up to a random bench and sit down, enjoying my sandwich as much as I can, at least with the fine dust compressing in my lungs. In fact, as time passes, yet with still more than an hour to go before the event, I end up enjoying the second one too. At one point, there's a group of students, I think, who wander near the area, deliberate for a couple of minutes whether they should enter, and decide to leave. I don't know if they were coming to the event or if they wanted to cut through here on their way to the mall or something, but as they don't even look in my general direction, I ultimately don't care enough about them to figure it out. After that, a whopping whole lot of nothing happens until finally Ben decides to show up. There's about 40 or so minutes to go, so he's quite early, not like I'm one to speak. I watch him talk to who I think to be the foreman or crew chief here. The only guy not working is just barking orders at everyone, after which they disappear inside one of those metallic shipping container offices. I guess they're going to discuss the logistics of what jobs teenagers can and will be allowed to do. Or maybe he's giving him a blowjob, either way. Either or, really, for how much I care. Hey, it's Hoshin. Figured I'd miss most of this. You didn't miss too much, just abuse. Just break into Damien and Ben's room and steal Damien's cigarettes, yeah? Yeah, it does look cute in a dress, though. Manual labor in my dino lobotomy game. Yeah, only thinking, only mental labor, no physical. For the remaining time, I busy myself watching various workers do their job, until Mia rounds the corner to the site. As predicted, she's early too. I wait to get her attention, scooting over on the bench to maximize the distance between us in case she decides to sit down. But at the same time, I push my chest out, fixing my posture not to impress her, surely. So, I shrug at that and point to the container. Not much. Ben is in there with the foreman, and nobody else is here yet. Just him. Wait, Just him, not Liz or anyone else. You know Liz's name? Duh, she's the fucking treasurer. Yes, I know her name. I should finally get the memo that Mia knows absolutely fucking everything and everyone and stop asking stupid questions. I mean, I guess it's kind of commendable that she makes a point of getting to know people. Whatever. She's not here. Good. I wouldn't want her to be the shoulder for Ben to cry on. Wait, what? Are you concerned for her? Really? You? I didn't know the two of you were friends. We're not. But that faggot Ben doesn't need to make her into his enabler either. We both know he's gonna do exactly that. Mia says nothing, and an awkward pause slips into the conversation. Awkward enough for me to want to do something about it. Are you just gonna stand there or what? Why, you want me to sit on your face? Seeing that her not especially witty innuendo had no effect on me, Mia sits down without further comment. I think she was trying to be funny, but I'd rather she didn't. There's some more silence, wait, the two of us just sitting there, watching the workers go about their business. It reminds me of the job we got today during homeroom, the big assignment, and it makes me wonder what Mia's task might be. I don't even really know what course she's taking. Hey, did you get your assignment today, too, for, art history? Art history is a senior year subject. I don't have it yet. So she's not even a senior? Her answer surprises me, to say the least. Shocks me, even. Straightening my back, I look at her in disbelief. You're not in the senior year? Have you, been held back a grade, or... No, you retard, I'm not a senior because I'm not a senior. You're younger than me. Yeah, I'm 18. What the fuck? I didn't know that. Now you do. I guess now I do. I mean, since she's always had the upper hand in our conversations and with how confident she always acts, it didn't even occur to me that of the two of us, Little Miss Supremacy could be the younger one. Does this change the way I look at her, or the way I should look at her? I'm not sure, but honestly, I don't think so. I should have made her 17 to make people argue for the funny. Oh, God. I'm not invested enough in whatever's going on between us for it to make a difference. I'm just about to get lost thinking about this. The door to the foreman's office opens, and Ben emerges from inside, mouth all slobbered. He looks around, both inside the fenced-off area and out by the gates to see if anyone's here yet, but they're not, of course. For a few moments, he looks at Mia and me, sitting basically opposite to the gates, but he doesn't come up to us. Stuck-up faggot. I'll have to agree on with her assessment, I'm afraid. In any case, we watch as Ben returns to the foreman, but even he leaves the blue dino to his devices. No one wants to hang out with Ben. There's still like a quarter of an hour to go through, so I figure I'd better come up with something else to talk about. So, what courses are you taking anyway? I'm doing fashion design. Sculptor. I'm going to sculpt your face if you keep asking stupid questions. That makes a surprisingly amount of sense, to be honest. Or wait, does it? What career do you make out of that? Your face. Making statues. Yeah, no shit. I mean, there's a market for that to make a living. If you're good enough. Oh shit, again, is she implying that she is good enough? Yeah, right. The next thing you're gonna tell me is that you're a straight A student, is that it? What, at this school? It wouldn't even be that hard if I wanted to be. To be honest, she might not be wrong. I just wasn't expecting it. I wasn't expecting her to even care. So you've had buyers before, or been in a gallery. Nah, but I'll figure it out. Right, why did I even ask? No, really, why did I ask? Why do I care what she does? Unsure of how to continue, or if I should or want to. Instead, I divert my attention to Ben again. I'm not a senior, I'm 18. Doesn't make much sense, at least in the States. Most high school seniors are 17 or 18. This is college. Don't you remember Inko has a dorm? He's looking increasingly distressed, pacing back and forth, and eyeing nearby street corners constantly. Still, nobody's coming. No one's coming at all. The foreman appears again, too, and stops him so that they can exchange a few words. I guess he must be asking when the people are going to start showing up. This must be extremely embarrassing for Ben. You think Ben's going to do a flip after this? As the guy walks away, with a dissatisfied frown, I might add, Ben takes out his phone to call someone. Is he calling Liz, maybe? Or someone else from the student council? Is he calling in a favor to ask someone to come? He's gonna crack soon. His tone is quite reserved and factual. And though she has her usual arrogant sneer on her face, she's not gloating her victory or any of the sort, even though that's precisely what I expect her to do. Let me get some water in me. Throat noises. It makes me feel bad nonetheless. Like, I don't know if this is just secondhand embarrassment or if I'm starting to pity Ben. But I'm not enjoying what I'm seeing, is the bottom line. Do you think someone might come? I doubt it. Noticing my discomfort, Mia doubles down with a defiantly raised chin. Take a good look and go. This is what happens when all you have are fancy words and a big ego. You want to know what mistake he made? The mistake of being an insufferable prick? Ha! Besides that. What? He couldn't be bothered to sell a believable lie. Everyone could tell that he's being a spineless loser, but Benny Boy was too much of a scumbag to admit it. He didn't ask people to come because he wanted them to be here. He told them that it would be... He told them that it would be, you know, kind of nice if they showed up. As if they cared, even if they knew they didn't. What a fucking cretin. I frown at Mia's words, though I can't very well refute her reasoning. Even during homeroom today, it was made abundantly fucking clear that Ben is the only way people may care about the event was if they could use it as an excuse to skip class. I'm pretty sure that someone in his position could have made this into a proper school thing too and forced people to show up, but he didn't. He didn't have Damien to help him. He gave no reason for anyone to care, let alone about the event, nor about him. No wonder people aren't coming. I'm not fully sure what point Mia's trying to make with this. I mean, I guess it's that no matter how much effort someone puts into a facade, if there's no substance behind their words, someone's eventually going to come and figure them for the shithead they are, or everyone is. I don't think that translates very well to my situation. Like, she's essentially just saying that might makes right, I think. But it's definitely something to consider. The game has been really unclear about whether this is college or high school. There's a lot of stuff you'd only see in high school, not college. I don't know. What's she getting out of this anyway? Just the chance to say that she's right? Sounds like ass, but I guess that's just Mia for you. I watch Ben finish up with his phone call, after which he doesn't appear to be any happier than he was before, and go seek out the foreman. He's probably about to call this whole thing off at this point, and then go cry in a corner. Alright, I think I've seen enough. No, he's gonna be forced to stay. I get up from the bench, turning my back from the scene unfolding because I just can't stomach to watch anymore. Are we done here? Not yet. I want to rub it in his face. You don't need to do that, you know. You think he'll learn the lesson otherwise? I thought you'd get that. Yeah, I understand what you're doing. I just don't want to be a part of it. I fully expect Mia to go on about why I'm wrong, or to simply push me aside and do what she wants to anyway, but she doesn't do either of those things. She's just standing there, arms crossed over her chest like a PNG rant tuber. Why? Why what? Why wouldn't you be a part of this? That's... Do I really have to explain it? I'm no asshole, that's one thing. Plus, Ben really is really as insignificant to me as he is for everyone else. And why, oh why, would Mia assume that I was ever in on this bullshit anyway? I want to cut him out of my life already. So why do you want to stop me? Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm sure you have better things to do anyway. There's a glint in Mia's eyes, and I'm not sure what it's about. Thank you for your concern, but I'll let you know that right now, this is the best thing I could be doing. I've been looking forward to it. I'll enjoy it, and I'll continue to enjoy it every single fucking day when I see that blue faggot in the hallway. Whether you're on board or not. God damn, this girl is fucking evil. Yeah, no. But you have fun with that, I guess. We nod at one another at that, and I suppose with that our business is concluded now and forever. Before I take my leave, I shoot one last pitying glance towards the construction site just to see how bad Ben is taking the fall. I mean, whether he's already in the fetal position on the ground, but to my surprise, that seems to be far from the case. While we weren't looking, Mr. Responsible Student Council President had put on a hard hat like the other workers, currently very busy struggling to load bags of cement onto the wheelbarrow. He's got to do everything now because no one showed up. Would you look at that? What's it? Only as Mia responds to me do I realize that I must have said the thing out loud. Stepping aside, I give her a clear view, pointing at Ben. Mia and I are equally stunned, words not coming to either of us for quite a long time. I guess she was wrong. Do you think he, maybe he's got cavalry coming? Is he trying to save face till then? Yeah, maybe. His voice is unsure as I feel, too, utterly surprised by what's going on. Maybe you should have had a Mia F-word counter, too, yeah. Maybe next time when the route's fully completed. So without much better to do, we slowly settle back into the bench and watch mutely as Ben continues the work. I can't say that I expected this turn. Yet even as 10 and 20 minutes pass and nobody's coming, he doesn't stop. Is he going to do that all by himself, or... Oh god, I can't believe I'm even considering this, but... Help Ben, or... Oh, there's another choice. Help Ben leave. I think the Mia route has to be leaving, right? I mean, Mr. Mod Dev isn't here right now to help me, so we're just gonna leave. I think that's what Mia... It's always what I think what Mia would want is usually what isn't in the mod's cards, but I'm seen as Mr. Mod Maker in here, I'm leaving. No, actually, fuck that. The only people I ever pity are ones that don't deserve it. What did Ben ever do for me? Nothing. All that him and his friends have ever done to me were assholes. I can't say that I particularly enjoy watching him suffer, but he's only getting what was coming to him. Not to mention I don't even have to watch. I could just leave. And that's exactly what I do too, barking only a short farewell at Mia. Or rather, that's what I would do until she grabs onto my elbow to keep me firmly in place. Her eyes are oddly intense. Stay. Good dog. We should help him. Yeah, I knew it. We should help him. We should probably go back then, huh? Fuck this shit, I'm out. Yeah, I think we have to. Yeah, let me just placeholder this, I guess. Watch, watch. We go to help. Help. Help Ben. Oh, why do I always feel pity for the people who don't deserve it? I mean, but the fact that Ben is willing to undertake this whole task by himself is, like, admirable, I guess. I don't respect him for it, but I don't want him to needlessly suffer either. I think we should, help him out. Don't you think? I give Mia a cautious sideways glance from what I know about her. Either I'll set her off on a rant about dino supremacy, or I can honestly see equal chances that she'll agree. I was about to say the same thing. What the hell? Let's go help that stubborn fucker out. I was almost thinking like the mob was gonna play another goof on me. Like, no, I don't want to help Ben anymore. I'm going home. And so, for the next 2.5 hours, we end up working alongside Ben, moving bags, bricks, barrels, tools, and whatever else the foreman needs us to do at any given point. I couldn't say that it's grueling work, but I'm definitely feeling it. Ben, of course, never thanked us for anything, not unless etiquette absolutely made it a must. To her credit, Mia did try to initiate a conversation. She was being an asshole about it, sure, but she did try. Come to think of it, she was showing the same courtesy to Ben that she's been showing me, if you can call whatever Mia does a courtesy anyways. Only that blue boy wasn't as receptive of her advances as I was. Maybe there's something to what people have been saying, that I'm kind of like Mia. I still don't think that I'm like her in the way that they meant, but I do understand the wavelength she operates on. At least most of the time I do. Other times she still keeps me guessing. In any case, with Ben refusing to talk to us, the conversation mostly stays between Mia and I. At first, it's part small talk and part trying to figure out how not to stumble over our toes. My toes, but eventually a shorthand develops between us that makes us work more efficient. And by efficient, I mean bearable. But as the event eventually comes to an end and the workers around us begin closing up shop, I'm very, very happy to finally take another breather and a smoke break. Ben, of course, leaves without thanking us. It's about what I expected, but to my surprise, the foreman does it for him. I'm kind of glad in a way, I guess, that we stuck around. I mean, I could have imagined several more pleasant ways to spend a Friday afternoon, but with a job like this well done, I'm thinking I'm feeling now what people call a good exhaustion. Mia shares my sentiment too, from what I can tell, watching the construction crew file slowly out of the gates as I huff on my cigarette. Hey, you're going back to the dorms after this? Her question comes out of nowhere, surprising me a little. Not to mention, she sounds kind of hesitant too. Not to the level that your average Joe would pick up on, but compared to how she usually is, I can't not notice it. What she just asked me is also the universal cliche for when asking someone to hang out more. And I mean, surely that's not on her mind, right? This was supposed to be the very last interaction we'll ever have. And even then, it dragged on for far longer than it should have. Yeah, probably. I'm all kinds of tired, so. Why do you ask? I want you to come with me somewhere. Back alley. Don't. Make sure no one follows us. That sounds almost as intriguing as it does ominous. Where? If I told you, you wouldn't come. Okay, now that sounds way more ominous than intriguing. And you're leaving that decision up to me? No threatening me with a black eye and nothing? There's no point if you're not coming because There's no point if you're not coming because you want to. Well, shit. Now I feel like I'd forever regret it if I turned her down. And honestly, how bad can it get? Right then. How about this? You tell me where you want to take me, and I won't refuse just because it sounds sketchy. If you feel like I'm making up an excuse, you can punch me or something. I'll break your arm if you do. So, it's my place. Alright, the abandoned alley behind the train station. I'm going to murder you, Winko. You're going to be on a live leak video. Okay, I guess that's where we're going then. Mia suddenly decides to be good. So, Thinko, you ever smoked crack before? How the heck did you call that? Either that or Fight Club. Well, no, actually, this Mia is pretty predictable. Oh. Now, this Mia still has, like, rage, but she's not, like, murderous. Like, I feel like she'd want to murder fucking... What was it? Inko and Olivia and fucking... When they were running the elevator. I feel like that was murder. That was going to be murder. Alright, we got whatever this is. Oh my fucking god, I'm going to get my liver extracted by some tweaker, aren't I? So, what exactly are we doing here? I ask as I sit awkwardly on the ground next to Mia, who herself settles on some bags of garbage by the heaps of torn up cardboard boxes and soggy newspapers. Very tiny. She seems comfortable. What if there's like fucking syringes in there, man? Mia's gonna get some AIDS. That's gonna ruin the Mia route. I actually can't really tell because for a change, Mia doesn't appear to be emanating any sort of discernible emotion. She's got her back against a garbage container, looking at the flickering lights on the wall next to me, cast by a lamppost that's estimatedly about 5 seconds away from rotting out of the ground. The lights and noises of the city reach us little here, and with there being no stars yet in the sky above, this place is kind of an eerie serenity about it. It's just us, the lamppost, the trash littered about absolutely everywhere, and the rusty nails that act as a border between civilization and wilderness. Mia, why are we here? I try again, using her name this time. I don't think I've ever done that before. It feels weird to say it. I like to come here sometimes, away from the world. Oh, right, and why am I here? And that she turns to me, but she's still kind of despondent. Got a smoke on you? Didn't you say that you don't smoke? Because it's unhealthy or something. I'm about to do something even more unhealthy, and I kind of want to just... Do you got one or not? What she's saying is making no sense to me, but I don't really see a reason to refuse her. Reaching into my pocket, I pull out the pack I have on me, from next to show now stale from next to the now stale sandwich, also stuffed in there. What the hell could Mia mean by something even more healthy, though? Unhealthy, though. Here you go. Offering up a cigarette, I watch as he tries to take hold of it between her long nails. It looks just plain wrong, and not only because of how amateurishly she's doing it. Regardless, I help her light it and look on mutely as she takes the few probing drags. I should probably just get more to drink. Hold on. Gotta switch out the bottles. All the crazy girls like hanging out in the trash. Really? Is this mod suggesting this is Mia's natural habitat? I guess. She's trash. She coughs, as could be expected, going by her expression. She's not enjoying this very much. I doubted that she would, honestly. I don't get why your cough But I don't get why you're cough so in love with this stuff. In response, I simply shrug. I guess I'm just kinda used to it. It's a terrible reason to smoke. Perhaps. Despite her words, she goes on, huffing on the cig for a while. I let her be, and instead looked around the place again. It's not one bit more inviting than it was when we got here. The ground is cold, the air is cold, it's dark, it's dank, and the atmosphere overall feels kind of out of time. Neglected, like this place is. With how worn out I feel after helping out Ben, I guess I do kind of feel a belonging here. But even that is borderline. I understand that this is like a getaway place for Mia, but for me, it's just uncomfortable. Right as I think that, I begin to feel the ground shake under me. At first, I'm a little alarmed, but soon I notice the light of a train closing in on us. Mia does too, and we watch together as it approaches. The sound grows louder fast, and soon it's loud enough to drown out any conversation we might be having. And then it's right on us, with a long string of wagons all tattooed up with lots and lots of graffiti. I don't think I've ever seen a train this close before, or at least not from the outside the safety of a nice wide station platform. And I'd be lying if I said doesn't frighten me. Mia doesn't seem to be bothered, though. In fact, she even throws an empty bottle at the train as it roars past us, making me jump. Are you crazy? I shout at the top of my lungs, yet I can barely hear my own words. What if it... It's built for this shit. It's built for this shit, you retard. If I could damage it by throwing a fucking can at it, then it deserves to crash. A few seconds later, the train finally passes us by, and I can hear myself think. There's adrenaline pumping in my veins, making me acutely aware of the sweat now collecting on my skin. It makes me feel hot and cold at the same time. Are you fucking telling me? Wait, are you gonna fucking tell me already? Why do we have to come here? Mia rolls her eyes and flicks the cigarette away with one last cough. After that, she pulls something from the inside of her jacket. It's a small package, and I can't identify what it is at first, at least until she opens it, but then it's gonna be more drugs. She said something even more unhealthy. That's that's not what I think it is, right? Fucking crack. Oh Lord. Oh boy. What a place to do it in. This mod just got a whole lot better for the wrong reasons. Oh, I'm getting rap G withdrawals and I need another hit. That's right, we're gonna do crack. That's not what I think it is, right? It is. Why do you have that? Are you out of your fucking mind? Did you get that from one of the workers? Chill. I took it from my father's stash. And don't worry, they're not for you. Your father, I gotta be her fucking tard wrangler when she's on the meth, on the crack, on the skibbity. Oh man, we gotta be her tard wrangler, and she's gonna be so fucking wired, dude. This is crazy. Oh Lord, I'm really starting to enjoy this mod. On the skibbity, snorting it on the skibbity. Your father? Is he a drug dealer or something? Is that the deal that they made there on the track? Mia's smirk widens and she shoots me a cocky grin. He's a little bit more than that. Oh good, great. There's a fucking load off my mind. Holy Raptor JF Christ. I'm gonna wake up dead after this, aren't I? Do we count this as a rap G? I don't see no G, so I'm not gonna count it. Oh man, I had no idea. I don't smoke because it's not healthy. Anyways, want to smoke some crack? Want to try some skibidi and get woke soy jack in Ohio, Inko? That's what he's going to be hearing after in like a few minutes. Stunned through and through, I watch speechlessly as Mia begins to prepare the drugs for herself. I can only guess what kind they are, but I'm sure it's not easy to come by them. Which just makes it all the more alarming that she has this shit in her possession. Sorry, I was joking. Yeah, Dad's a dealer. We're gonna make a deal here, Inko. I'm gonna sell this to you, and you're not gonna fucking say a goddamn word about it. But he's not gonna know. Even if he notices, he'll blame it on one of his guys. You'll never know. Alright, so you won't bail? I look at Mia, honestly a little surprised. After she showed me this, she's leaving is still an option. I kind of feel like I'm in I kind of feel like I'm in for the duration at this point. Like, this isn't the kind of shit you just walk away from. But at the same time, you still haven't told me why I need to be here. Duh, it's because I'm not stupid. I need a tard wrangler. Yeah, I know I'll need someone to look after me so I don't walk in front of traffic or anything. Look after you? Yeah, well, I'm clocked out. But don't get any ideas. If I wake up with your cum in my hair, I swear to God, I'll tell Dad that you took his shit. What? How would I even do that? True. And I'll tell him that you blackmailed me. And believe me, he'll trust my word over yours. Fine. With that, Mia focuses on the glass pipe in her hands again, using the tools she borrowed from her father to get ready. Just being in the proximity of someone doing that, it makes me feel like I'm in a different world, out of the ordinary day-to-day life I've been living until now. My thoughts are racing 1,000 miles a second as I try to come to terms with the situation. The only saving grace is that I can see is that this probably is Mia's first time doing this. Her movements don't seem to have any routine to them, plus she had to soften up with that cigarette she got from me. The question still remains, though, why is she doing this? I don't really dare to ask, not yet anyway. I don't even dare to speak up, not until Mia begins to load the pipe, putting a much larger portion than I think she should. By God, I'm no expert, but this just feels unsafe. Reaching over before I know it, I stop her hand mid-motion. You don't have to do this, Mia. Don't overdo it. Still don't... Wait, you still don't get that... Wait. You still don't get that you don't tell me what to do, huh? Even though she says that, there's clearly an edge in her voice. She's nervous too. No, yeah, but you told me to look after you, right? If you OD, I wouldn't know what to do. You don't want to die like a chump, do you? Yeah, and I don't want to watch her die either, or go to jail if she does. For a couple of seconds, Mia looks back at me, weighing my words. But in the end, she relents, nodding as she puts some of the stuff back into the plastic baggie. Fine, you're right. After there's not much I could possibly say or do, so I even turn away, looking at the tree line and trying not to acknowledge Mia lighting up next to me. If I do my very best, I can almost pretend I don't hear the sounds. Several minutes pass, neither of us talking. But eventually Mia puts the crack pipe down and puts her packet back into her pocket. And then slow, she gets down from the garbage bag she's been using as a throne until now, sitting on the ground next to me. It makes me very uncomfortable. Oh God. Oh no, she's got that hand out. Oh no, she's reaching. So, how is it? I don't know. I don't know. Weird. I don't know if I'm feeling it. Okay. No, God damn it. This is very fucking far from being okay. It's my first time trying it. Yeah, I got that. Why'd you even want to? She shrugs. I wanted to know what it was like. Why? Oh no, her brain disconnected. It's working, guys. It's working. It just kicked in. Uh, only do a little crack. See, I am a good person. I just turned into an after school. This just turned into an after school special. Ping pong. Yeah. Doo-doo. That's Mia's brain disconnecting and being installed in the crack. Because I might like it. Duh. Get a good look at this face, Inko. Because if I get addicted to crack cocaine, my face is going to look really different in the coming years. And do you think that's a good thing, to become a junkie just because? There's some more silence after that, broken by another train as it rattles towards us. We watch the spectacle, not speaking, contained in our little world. This time I'd take care to notice that it's a passenger train, and though I'm sure some of the passengers got a good look at us, I didn't catch any of their faces. What could they be thinking about us, I wonder? Just a couple of hobos, a youth caught up in the bad crowd. Litter in a back alley. Watch it be Liz and Proclin that sees us. But then the train passes us by, and the silence returns. You didn't let Mia die ODing in an alley. Good ending lost. There wasn't a choice in this one, it just happened. A minute or so goes by like this until Mia next speaks up. It's a shame humans and dinos don't have more senses. Huh? What is she talking about? You know, like cats. Cats have whiskers. If humans and dinos had more senses, I could have both. Oh, yeah, okay. I think the drugs are kicking in. I'm not really sure what I should be doing, but I think I should keep her attention focused on something that would be a good idea, so she doesn't, like, float away. So, you like cats? Yeah, I guess cats are fine. Dogs too, but only the cute ones. At that, I cannot suppress a chuckle. The fuck are you laughing at? No, that sounded very girly. Duh, I'm a girl, you genius. I'm really sure most people don't see you as a girl, though. The what? Do you see these jugs? She motions at her cleavage as she says it, grabbing a handful of her breasts provocatively, of course. What I'm saying is that you're too afraid that you don't care. Wait. What I'm saying is that they're too afraid of you to care that you have tits. They, but not you? Maybe you'd like a reminder. I'm not exactly sure what the fuck I should say to that. I'm not even sure what it is she's offering. As such, I can only watch as Mia props herself up, straightening her back and clearing her throat. At the absurdity of this situation, I can't help but blush. Despite the fantasies crowding into my mind, though, all that happens is she begins to hum a tune. Have you fixed her yet? Oh no! Nope. Damien sees them as he returns. Yeah, he might be. She's gonna start explaining Hyperborea lore in the time cube. Somehow Thinko isn't fixing Mia. He's making her work. This mod is safe for work, right? I don't know. Softly, almost to herself at first, and then progressively louder, even furrowing her brows as she concentrates on finding the notes she's looking for. But when she does, she lets her lips part, and the humming blossoms into a melody. We got Crackhead Idol over here. With her eyes closed, Mia holds a tune, moving up and down the solfege scale with surprising ease. It quite honestly leaves me stunned. I don't know if the song she's singing, but nevertheless, it's pleasant. Her voice, to which I'm more used to slinging swear words and threats at me, is very easy on ears like this. I can say with utmost certainty I wasn't expecting this. The show goes on for about another 30 seconds before a sudden cough causes Mia to break rhythm. After that, she stops and just kind of looks at me. Wait, what were we even talking about? I didn't know you can. I'm a girl, and Dad made me do choir when I was little. Huh. Yeah, at first I didn't want to, but he did it too when he was a kid, so I figured why not? Seriously, he didn't look the type. Uh-huh. His main thing is the bass, but he's good on the piano too, and he could sing. Wow, this day is just fucking full of surprises. Right, but if you're so good at so many things, I mean, singing, sports, school in general, I bite my lip for a second, wondering if I should really say the thing I'm about to. Why throw it away for drugs, Mia? Why? But looking at Mia, I find the odd resolve to push through. You could make a career out of any one of these things, so how come you're interested in the big bad school bully doing drugs in the ass end of town? She doesn't answer, not for a while. I'm not, I mean, sorry. I don't really care about any of these things. I just want to throw my life away. These drugs are pretty trippy right now. I just expect myself to be good at them. Why? Again, no answer. This time for good. A minute passes with us just kind of looking at random things in the vicinity until the next episode of Crackhead Idol. Got another cigarette? I think you've had enough. Fine, be a dick. But she's obviously not content with my answer. She doesn't push it. It leaves me wondering why she's acting so different than usual. I mean, of course, she's high as a kite right now, but I feel like it's something more than that. Why did I need to be here again? You know why, Inko. You got a babysitter. I mean, why me specifically? Mia gives the question some thought, blinking several times as she's trying to focus. It's because I can trust. No! No, you're a fucking liar and a cheater, but I have a good enough idea to know what I can expect from you. I'm not sure if she even knows how fucking bad that sounded. So you're just using me. I'm not really sure why I'm surprised, actually. Mia has always been really forward about what she wants. But still, why not ask one of her friends? Why not ask anyone else? She doesn't answer my question this time either, at least not directly. Somehow Thinko isn't fixing. Oh, wait, no, I was gonna say, somehow Thinko isn't thinking about Thinko, he's thinking about Mia. Mia does that weird parasaur thing where she uses her head crest as a trumpet. I hope you make a VMV with Coldplay's Fix You playing when you get to the best ending. uh, does it make you feel special that you're here? I see no point in lying to her. The little. I mean, is there anyone besides family you trust? But then again, you're going behind your dad's back with this, so. Mia laughs at that, amused. Could you be any more vain? Huh? You're basically asking me to trust nobody else but you. Oh shit, did that really come across that way to her? Honestly, didn't mean that, but at the same time, the way she put it does make me feel kind of weird and kind of good, so I don't correct her. That's so fucking selfish and possessive and I like that. Huh. Okay. This conversation has certainly taken a turn, and I can only wonder how much of this Mia will remember come morning. Remember or regret? But since we're already edging on the topic, I might as well use this opportunity to pry some more info out of her. You know, it's weird that I'm the only one you trust. If you wanted to, I'm sure you could very easily get a boyfriend or three. Mia stares back at me at a very what the fuck look for a moment, and it makes me worry that I'm even in a situation like this. I overdid it. I'm not interested in relationships. Why? Because I'd want to be good at it. I'd want to be a good partner. And that sounds too, too final. Well, if you hit that crack pipe a few more times, that'll be final too. That makes sense, I guess. Although I'm not quite sure what she means. A good partner, like what? You'd suck their dicks every day and do anal? She punches my shoulder at that, and yeah, I knew I was being too direct, but I feel like pushing the limits a little now that we're on the topic. No, you retard. But I don't just want to give half of my life over to someone. I got way too much shit I want to do before that. I gotta let loose before I settle down and go. I got until my 30s until I'm a fucking bitch with no eggs. Yeah, that. Th- That's that fucking when it went dark and got the subscription. Oh my god, that scared me too. Thanks for the sub, Jagger. This Mia seems somewhat bearable. That's because she's on drugs. Ugh. Ah, fuck. Mia yelps suddenly, causing me to jump too. I'm filled with worry, and I can't help but imagine the worst scenarios that could happen. What? She just stays like that, looking straight ahead with a worrying, intense look. And then slowly, she leans back against the wall again. I'm not sure what the fuck is going on, but her body relaxing makes me feel a little relieved. I'm still on edge, but not panicky on edge. The fuck is wrong with you? What just happened? Nah, just this shit's weird. Yeah, thanks, and water is wet. She sneers at me at that, raising an eyebrow. Aw, little Inko got worried I'll die. Fucking yeah, little Inko did. Got a cigarette? For the love of... No, stop asking. Well, how about some food? Rap G. We got another Rap G. Put that on the counter. 14 Rap Gs on the wall. Nah, Mia's for the streets. Cat mom Mia in 10 years. No, no mom. Not a mom. No, she's for the streets. The orb pork appears every time. Rapchi, I didn't fucking know what to expect. Babysitting a drugged up Mia, but this is starting to feel like actual babysitting. Oh wait, hold on though. Reaching in my jacket lining, I pull out a sandwich I never got to eat. It's time to give her stale bread. Here you go, Mia. Have some stale food. A fact that apparently isn't lost on my body either, and my stomach lets out a low, gurgling noise at the sight of food. Breaking the sandwich in half, I pass the larger piece to Mia. Me and my damn chivalry. She takes it with she takes it without as much as thanking me, biting down hungrily. I should have put extra meat on that sandwich. With not much else to add to the scene, I decide to follow suit and begin eating my half as well. After that, we stay sitting there under the flickering halo of the singular lamppost I'm still afraid might fall over each time the train passes by. Eventually, night fog rolls in from the dense woods and the other side of the tracks too, but Mia gives no sign of wanting to get up, and even though I'm just about shivering in the cold, I do go on my promise and stick around. We talk some, but largely about inconsequential things, especially so because the longer we go on, the less Mia can hold this conversation, so mostly I'm left looking up at the canopy of clouds and fireflies circling above us, and at the few trains still coming and going at this hour. At one point, even Mia falls half asleep, but only for like half an hour or so. Being the gentleman that I am, I don't abuse the opportunity. Just feel wrong. Left alone with my thoughts in a situation like this, it isn't exactly an uplifting experience, though. I'm uncomfortable, cold, confused, and more than anything, anxious. With the night falling around us, the chances of getting knifed or mugged increases tenfold, too, which doesn't help my mental state any. Yeah, we're in Chicago, or not Chicago, we're in California somewhere. Of course there's going to be weirdo or druggies around here, aren't there? In a situation like that, I doubt I could protect, let alone myself, but Mia sleeping here either. To be honest, if someone tried to mug me in a normal situation, I'd probably just run away. But now I can't. I can't leave Mia here to a fate like that. Even after all she's done, and no matter that she'd only have herself to blame, I can't. Right now, I feel a strange loyalty towards her that I can't very well explain. Led by the desire to understand this feeling, I take a better look at Mia's sleeping form. What looks back at me is the reasonably attractive face of a young dinosaur girl. I'd make a comment on how in her sleep at least she doesn't sport the aggressive scowl she usually does, but almost all throughout the day Mia has been acting strangely normal. At least with me she has, while she's been her usual bully self towards Ben. What does that mean? Almost as if feeling my gaze on her, Mia's body spazzes for a moment, probably due to something she's dreaming about, or maybe because of the drugs she's taken. What can I feed her? Checks inventory. We'll feed her this battery. I heard battery acid's pretty good with drugs. She's on drugs, she won't care. Bring her home and advance the story. Inko experiences Stockholm Syndrome. Don't worry, it's just lotion, Mia. Oh no! Uh, Simpo again, yeah. I look away again with that distasteful feeling in my gut of being near someone hooked up out the wazoo like this. Just what am I doing with my life? Still, from the corner of my eyes, I see Mia beginning to slowly lift and stretch her legs, preparing to presumably get up from the ground soon. Following in tow, I do my best not to focus too much on the pins and needles in my limbs, and neither on the soreness after lugging shit around for hours earlier. Mia, you good? I probe her as she stretches some more, cracking her bones. Yeah, I'm fine. That's, no, I mean, is it over? Are you good? I think so, yes. Great. Was it worth it? I don't know. It wasn't anything special. Yeah, honestly, I doubt that. Way too many people are hooked on drugs for it to be this underwhelming. Yeah, if she would have taken the original dose she had, she'd probably be hooked. However, so you're not going to do it again, right? What's it to you? Are you for real? I'm not looking after your ass ever again. If you want to get high, find another sucker. Fine. She leaves it at that, not saying whether she'll try again. Maybe she's not sure either. I can't say I truly don't care, but I try not to. Cool. We can leave then, yes? Before some hobo eats my liver for breakfast? Duh, calm your tits, princess, and don't worry, I'll defend you. Lucky me. In response to my sarcasm, Mia tries to give me a smack on the back of my head, except this time her movements are way too sluggish for to make her mark. Dissatisfied with the results, she then opts to kick my shin for the audacity that I dared to dodge her hand. Ow. Okay, she's back to normal. That's equally a relief and a little disappointing. Don't need to be a cunt. Whatever, let's get out of here. As she says that, I feel that unmistakable rumble beneath my feet, indicating another train coming. Instinctively, we both turn to the sound and nearly get blinded by its light, cutting harshly through the dark of the night. It's another long cargo train, and it takes a little more than a minute for it to pass us by. Oh no. Oh, there's a little animation. In that 1 minute, dragging on for what feels like a forever, Mia and I watch each other mutely. There are way too many things on my mind right now to formulate any sort of coherent thought, though. Not to mention how tired I feel. I'm really, really happy that we can finally leave, and in one piece. This whole situation was admittedly very fucking scary. Mia seems to be just as exhausted as I am, or like hungover. What's it called for after one takes drugs? A burnout? Well, whatever it is, she appears both as attractive as she ever does, but at the same time kind of down to earth and vulnerable. You didn't even cop a feel while I was out. Wow, Inka, what a Blinded by the light. Oh no, the song. You're gonna get me copy struck. She simply looked like a person. A grumpy person. Turning away from her for a second, I look at the train, and happy to note that its last car is now in sight. At the same time, I feel Mia poking at my side to get my attention again. Why? I shout at her from like an arm's length away, but I still can't be sure if she could hear me. Fucking cunt. Can't wait for her shit till the train leaves. Are you? What? Are you single? Oh no, the drugs are still there. Oh what? I I am. Want to try dating? Do I? In that moment, the heavy steel cars finally pass us by, and we're left in total silence. I entertained the thought that I just misheard her, but why? Because it's something I've never tried. We can pretend too if you want. Pretend that we're dating? Yeah, like when we go to school tomorrow, I can pretend I never know you. What is she even talking about? Yeah, I think I'll go on, date the newly made crackhead. She looks so skinny now. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of the art in this mod has her skinny. It's probably all the drugs that she never told us about. Mia has destroyed enough of her brain to think dating Thinko would be a good idea. Yeah. She's gonna have her thoughts just fucking filled by Thinko. She's gonna have like the Thinko's thoughts, and she's gonna want to kill herself. That's why she's getting ready early. She knows it's the Mia route. She's got to take the drugs to numb the Thinko Bluetooth out of her head. So I pretend is not the best word for it. What I'm saying is that it doesn't have to mean anything. We can just be fuck buddies. No strings attached. Yeah, we could break it off at any time. What would be the point of that? Are you telling me no? I don't get what you want. What do you want? What do I want? I mean, on my own, it would occur to me to date Mia, not even to pretend dating her or whatever the fuck she's talking about. But would I turn down the chance to date her? To fake date her? Your family is cool with you staying out this late and shit, right? Duh, yes. Do you wanna... How about if... Rubbing the bridge of my nose, I weigh one last time if I'm not making one giant mistake here, but in the end, I can't bring myself to let this opportunity go. Want to sneak up into my room? Oh my god. Oh, this is gonna get bad. Oh, Twitch updated their terms of service. Oh, great. It's a good thing I don't stream there anymore. I can get you in easy and we can talk about this tomorrow. Tomorrow. You want to talk about this tomorrow? So you're not sure now or what? Her tail flicks to side, which I think is a sign of her losing her patience. Look, it's complicated, man. Inko puts on the beanie. I don't know if you'd say this if it wasn't for, the drugs. Oh, but you still want to spend the night but you still want me to spend the night at your place. In your bed too, am I right? The directness once again causes me to blush hard, even though I thought I was the one suggesting it. At the same time, I don't want us to go our separate ways until I make my decision. I don't want us to go our separate ways at all. I'm just saying that. Fine. I'm in. Oh boy. Oh no. The alarm. Where are the Thinko alarms? He's too busy thinking. He has no alarms. He doesn't have the Anon alarms. He's gonna die. Crack brings us together. I don't know, Mia. I need to think this over. Proceeds to strain his head. Veins popping out. Yeah, because of all the thinking. Oh, Mia drops her pants and she has one too. Oh no, that's not Mia. That's Lunara. You're getting the wrong person mixed up here. Mia is actually a psychic and hear all of Thinko's thoughts, and we explain why he punched him the first time she saw him. Gotta break the Bluetooth connection somehow. Why spend thousands of dollars on diets and exercise when you just buy crack from your friendly neighborhood alleyway for a fistful of dollars? Following our exchange, the best idea I could come up with was to call a taxi, especially on such short notice. But luckily for us, around the train station were plenty to choose from. I practically didn't even put the phone down as the cab came rolling around the corner. Where of course we went ahead to meet it, not wanting to call the guy to Murder Alley. I sat in the front riding shotgun while Mia sat in the back. I don't know if it bothered her any, but I think it was the best way to put some space between us right now. The ride was spent mostly in silence, bar a few words I exchanged with the driver to alleviate any ideas he might have had about the human with a dino girl this late at night in this part of town. Likewise, though, the rest of the trek back to my room, we talked about pretty much the only the necessities, like where and how we should climb the perimeter of the fence and the fire escape. And although it all goes smoothly, the intensity of dodging the security guard is next to nothing compared to the continuous tension in the air between Mia and I. Here, I'm gonna take a bathroom break real quick. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. I'll bring the mic closer. Up in my room, I offer her a shower to warm up, or more like to cool down, and plan to take one after her as well. Did Mia bathe here? Fortunately, she's in no shape to refuse. I think the burnout is crashing down on her hard. Though still, it was her who helped me climb the outer wall, and not the other way around. While she's in the bathroom, I scroll web shops on my phone randomly, mostly to take my mind off of everything else. And when she's out, I'm fast to take her place to avoid any further conversation. The longer we delay addressing the situation, the worse I'm starting to feel about it. Not in the very least because whatever little chemistry we had in the moment is basically all gone now, and I'm beginning to regret being so indecisive. Oh no, the Thinko bathroom. But how could I not have been? Ever since we parted ways with Ben, I've been feeling so deeply in over my head, and then the drugs, and then the thing Mia is asking. And the way she's asking, too, it's just so. What is the word I'm looking for? Contractual? That's not at all how I'd approach a girl, and neither how I'd expect a girl to approach me. What does she even see in me? I mean, I can accept that she sees something. We've kind of been warming up to each other. It's just. Sigh. I take a moment to calm my mind, focusing on the warm stream of water cascading down my cold skin and sore muscles. The squeaky clean feeling left in my wake of my carefully selected pH neutral soap as it washes the dirt of the construction site away feels good too. It feels natural, like something I know. But no matter how long I spent looking back at my fogged up reflection in the mirror, I still can't help but feel out of place, and I find no answers to any of my questions. My thoughts go back to the alley, going over the events of the evening. Was there some sign I missed? Something I could use to make sense of the situation? Mia wanted me to be there, that's a given. She said it plainly. She wanted me to look after her while she got high. So that's question number one. How come that, allegedly, I'm the closest Mia has to trusting someone in a situation like this? Like, I've never seen her hang out with anyone except her father, so could she have been more alone all this time than I realized? Now she doesn't have her gal pals with her. Now we doing it live. Yeah, we're doing it live. Whatever happens, happens. Thinko takes Mia to bed, accidentally calls out Ben's. No. I don't know if my innocent eyes will be able to take this. Mia, is this what you're good for? Burst in and end the thinking. Thinko having a shower's thoughts would use up all the hot water in the entire complex, yeah. She's into him because he's not just Thinko, he's also Mandinko. What? I've always assumed that she had friends in other classes or out of school, and I'm pretty sure that she does too, but maybe those friends aren't like such close friends. Or maybe it's exactly because they have a history that she preferred me, who's still mostly a blank slate for her. There's also another thing. The drugs. I'm still not for I'm not sh- I'm still not fully sure which of her dads Mia stole them from, but it reminds me of what Miss Procklin told me. I'm putting myself in more danger than I realize. That's true. There's no way she could have meant anything other than this drug business, and if I would have known, would I have said no to Mia? Probably yes, to be honest. Who in the right mind would want to get caught up in that shit? Like, yeah, I know how the saying goes. Say maybe to drugs. But, oh, this sure isn't fucking leading me anywhere. More than that, I realize I'm taking way too long taking the shower. I wanted to get my thoughts in order, sure, but I don't want to come across as a coward hiding in the bathroom away from a girl I invited to my place. And so I soon shut the water off, drying myself and brushing my teeth for just those extra 5 minutes, only to find out while I was in, Mia had fallen asleep. Well, it looks like you're sleeping on the floor unless you feel like the bravest person in the world right now. She splayed across my bed in a very not dignifying pose, back up against the wall and still wearing all her clothes. I think she was waiting for me and just yeah. At the sheer absurdity of the situation, I'm not exactly what to do at first, but at least the worst option seems to be to try and go to sleep too. As such, I climb into the bed as oh, he's dead. I climb into the bed as well, across it like Mia is, and propped up against the wall, but shoving all my pillows between our bodies for modesty's sake. It really is the least I can do. With my fleeting thoughts, as the exhaustion of the day comes crashing down on me, I wonder whether Mia would be more impressed by me doing the right thing, or if I selfishly took advantage of the situation. This really does keep me guessing. Sleep theme. Body pillow. Thinko cooked by his thinking. It was inevitable. Uh, nah. What? Where's... Oh, what just... Oh, it's too early for this shit. Whatever it is. That's the conclusion I draw first. I first draw, refusing to open my eyes for the I don't care what that was just woke me up. Only then, as I start to feel my body around, do I realize that I'm more so sitting than laying down. Very much not the way one would expect to wake up. Ah, there's that noise next to me again, and something moving. And oh fuck, wait, that's the Thinker room. Hissing loudly as I open my eyes, the sunlight blazing through the window. Almost immediately, I'm aware of what's happening around me. Mia is here, in my room, in my bed, with me, and she's just woken up. The intensity of last night returns in full force, filling me with unease and anticipation all at once. I really don't know where to even begin, and it seems neither does Mia, looking back at me from the other side of the pillow wall I put up between us. Her bloodshot eyes are so wide. If I didn't know her better, I would almost say that she's afraid. Pupils darting round, she searches my face, probably trying to piece together the events that led her here. Good morning, Mia. I optimistically go in for an approach that's both kind of neutral and one that I hope will serve as a return to the mood we had going on. Fake it till you make it, right? As I speak, her eyes focus on me, but I can't tell what she could be thinking. Not a moment later, she pulls herself together, though, getting out of bed as if she had spring, as if she had a spring in her place of her spine. With her back turned to me as she stands there, she huffs, opening and closing her mouth like a fish out of water, taking deep breaths. What's your answer? Straight down to business, huh? Oh, geez. With a frown, I climb to the edge of the bed, sitting down there as I consider my next words carefully. I didn't say that I was going to have an answer by morning. I said that we can talk about it, when you're not high. And you never did thank me, by the way, for putting up with your shit yesterday. She glares me down for my audacity, at least at first. But then, as she turns to face me properly, the hint of anger seems to vanish from her face just as quickly as they appeared. You're right. Wait, you're right. Thank you. Despite her words, her tone is all cold. And what's there to talk about anyways, dumbass? Spit it out. I, right, well, what is there to talk about? Just please explain this whole fake dating shit to me. What the fuck do you even mean by that? At least last night, didn't you say that you're not interested in relationships? So what gives? I'm not. I mean, I still am not. Not in the long term kind. But by the time I get there, I want to be good at it. That still makes no sense to me. So you want to be like what? Like fuck buddies? Friends with benefits? On my choice of words, she stares me down again. No, none of that crap. I'm talking about a proper relationship, just skipping the boring parts. The boring parts? Yeah, no getting to know each other shit. No boo-hoo big breakup when we're done. We'd be... Sigh. Look, let's talk plainly. I like you, Inko. You're ambitious. You do what needs to be done. You're handsome for skinny, and you're alright, is what I'm saying. I'm not sure if I like it, but I think I have a crush on you. You seem to treat your prizes right, and I want to know what that's like. I don't want you to get the wrong idea. I'm curious, and I want to have that experience, but I want it to be a no strings attached. You get it now. Holy moly, that's a fucking confession if I ever heard one. I don't know if she said that she has a crush on me, how many beats my heart skipped, but holy fucking shit. I talk plain, right? Despite my efforts to do that, though, I can't really stop my voice from wavering, and while Mia had a blush on her face as she spoke too, I feel just about I feel like just about a damn mess. Think I'll mind in full meltdown mode, yeah? I mean, I like you too. You're attractive, very, for humans and dinos, and I guess you already know that. I'm not gonna lie, Mia, because I do kind of hate you at the same time. I like spending time with you, probably more than anyone else in the school, but I have no idea why. Just, there's just so many things about you I just don't get. I don't want to say the red flags, but, they're kind of... Like what? Oh gosh, how could she be so direct in a situation like this? Like this whole drugs thing, I won't touch them again. Now, hold on. Direct is one thing, but why are you being this, desperate to get with me? Her eyes narrow, tail swinging to the side. I'm not desperate to get with you. But you do have that. But you do think that a relationship would work if were willing to change. Just fight every day about shit we don't like it. That we don't like in each other and never lift a finger about. Oh, Rap G. There we go. Number 15. Burger King foot lettuce. Burger King Rap G. Number 15. Burger King foot lettuce. Oh, Rap G. It's not even that official yet, and she's already lecturing me. And then again, I guess what she says makes sense. You're really serious about this, aren't you? Like, duh, yeah. And by the way, you're no slam dunk either. I wouldn't be the only one who has to change. I'm not sure if I like the sound of that. I got this gay Asian dress from Ben. I want you to put it on right now. Sigh, but I mean, how bad could it be, right? She said we could break it off at any time, so... If this is really no strings attached, what could I possibly lose? Not to mention my social standing could use the boost, crushes or not. Well, here goes fucking nothing. Alright, let's try. No, there is no try, there's only doing. You're gonna do me in bed right now. No. No. You're not going to get away with your I guess bullshit this time. I'm the motherfucking princess, motherfucker, and you'll have to work to get this. So, do you mean it? At the scrutinizing look she gives me, I can't help but take a moment to really think about this. On one hand, I certainly feel like I'm being handed the shovel to dig my own hole here, like I'm about to make just some terribly wrong choices, but on the other, am I fucking falling in love with Mia? Yeah, I do. I'd like you to be my girlfriend, or I mean, to play the part anyway. Same as me, Mia needs a few seconds as well. But then her stern glare softens and her body eases up, letting go of the tension she's been holding in. No. Uh-oh. I'd like that too. Moving closer, uh-oh. Uh-oh. What's going on here? Moving closer, she then settles again on the edge of the bed next to me, and I awkwardly sit down beside her too. Let's talk expectations, alright? Like boundaries and shit. Like, okay, from now on you can touch me. Anywhere. Anywhere you like. At that I can't help but blush. Again, but at the same time, my notifications go off. But at the same time, there's that feeling of excitement in my stomach, and it pushes me forward to want to put her words to the test. My eyes jump to her face and to her slim neck, her chest, and then down to her hands, balled up between her thighs. At this point, my heartbeat is so loud, it's almost all I can hear, as I reach out with both hands towards her. He's gonna get slapped, isn't he? It takes a moment for Mia to take her cue, and while being just a little bit jittery, she places her palm softly in mine. The weight, the warmness, the softness of her, yet the foreign texture of her scales, my mind goes near blank as it tries to process all these sensations. With my thumbs, I make slow circles over the back of her hands, feeling the tiny scales there scuttle and flip against my skin. It's rough, more rough than skin of any human I've touched, but there's also kind of a girlishness to it. It's very hard to put into words. It's that easy, folks. After that, I intertwine my digits with Mia's, moving our hands around in the air experimentally as I look her in the eye again. Does this feel weird for you too? It's a good kind of weird. Oh wait, I'm not doing my retarded voice. Yeah, it really is. I almost laugh at the middle of the sentence, not because of how funny it is, but for how funny it is. The kind of funny that rap G, another back-to-back rap G. How should I even begin to describe it? The rap G. It just feels so light, like there's something inside me lifting me up in the air, something that's about to turn my guts inside out in the most satisfying manner. I don't know if it's what Mia feels is anything like that. She's so busy looking at her hands, and yeah, I'm not really at the best at reading dino faces. As if feeling my gaze on her, her eyes flash over mine, and I see her opening her mouth to say something. I'm willing to wager that she wants to be touched more, maybe only because I want her to want that, so I decide to head her off. With my free hand, I reach for her face, cautious but obvious. Oh no. Oh no. When closing her mouth, she lets it happen, allowing my fingers to run slow along her cheek. She even cranes her neck to the side to fit the shape of my palm better. To be quite frank, I'm expecting her to sucker punch me any moment now. This all feels so surreal. To be doing this with Mia of all people. Yet at the same time, I can't not notice just how different her face, her skull is to any I've felt under my touch. Her scale, her snout, it feels intimately foreign. How does it feel for her to be touched like this by a human skin? I search for an answer in her eyes, but I'm not sure if there is any. Gulping loudly, I try to break the tension. I've never touched a dino's face. Really? Oh wait, really? I've touched a human's face before with my fists. I retract my hands at that, feeling a bit slighted. Easy for you to speak with your father and all, but there aren't many dino girls in Rock Bottom, you know. Rock Bottom, is that where you're from? As she asks, Mia takes the opportunity to let her hands wander across my body too, now that I withdrew. Leaning back in the bed, I let her go on, trying my best not to be too jumpy or ticklish, oh god. Yeah, ever been there? Nah, I don't even know where that is. Figures. Sorry, I don't blame you. It's just some backwater shit heap. The jacket stays on. But yeah, you don't really see any dinos around the place. Not my age, anyway. There's some silence after that, as Mia focuses on feeling up my nine non-existent muscles through my clothes, and as then she blushes herself, playing around with my bald scalp. It feels kind of indignant, but I let her do it for now. Want to tell me more about it? I'll listen to you if you do. She'll listen to me? Doesn't sound like she's very interested. I mean, okay, it's Rock fucking Bottom. I don't expect anyone to be interested. But I thought she'd just drop the subject, and her phrasing is so odd it... Hold on a second. Are you, is this what you said? That you'd try to be a good partner? What do you mean? That you'd listen? You don't need to if you don't want to. Alright. Okay, alright indeed. There's another pause after that, and in the end, Mia's hands settle on my cheeks with her leaning over me. Oh jeez. We're at that point now, aren't we? Not really thinking of what about what I'm doing, I let my eyes drop to Mia's lips, and then back up, only to see that she's been doing the same to me. Shit, okay, it's happening. I prop myself up on my elbows. She gulps. She leans in, and I move to help her approach. Her waist pressed up against my legs, I shift over. Warmth, expectations, disbelief, attraction. No. Wait, not like... Shit, what now? I watch, a little panicky, as Mia retreats. But then it all makes sense a moment later, when she reaches for my glasses. The glasses stay on! Instinctually, I stop her hand. I've seen you without them, retard. Yeah, I know that. She doesn't respond to that, she just looks down at me expectantly. And shit. Yeah, I know. I mean, I really do know that she's seen me without the shades already, but it's not that simple. At the same time, I can't say why. The eyes just disappear. You ain't seeing nothing, bitch! Mia takes my silence in stride, too, and though my hand is still on hers, trying to stop her, she removes my glasses forcibly. I frown, not very happy at this, but I don't look away. Sitting back up, she inspects the sunglasses in her hands. Why do you wear these all the time? Looks so stupid. Can you say that you didn't want to do the lovey-dovey getting to know the other stuff? At that, she lowers the glasses onto her lap, looking back at me with a serious expression. I don't care what I said. I asked the question, you answered. For fuck's sake, some things just don't change, I guess. Looks, it's kind of like... I like it that people can't make eye contact with me, that they don't know where I'm looking, and what I'm thinking, even though I like to tell the player what I'm thinking all the time. That's like I'm not really there, and stuff is just happening around me. We're cucking Olivia with this one. Oh no, it's the other Y mod. Except me and Olivia never were together. Does that make sense? Mia takes a moment to consider my words, and it even looks like she'll put the glasses on as she thinks, as if it would make her understand my thought process better. But then, instead, she neatly folds them up, placing them down carefully on the bedside table. Whatever floats your boat. Is that it? What'd you expect? I don't know, I just thought you'd have more to say about it. Maybe call me a faggot, too. Yeah, I'll call you a faggot if you keep whining and don't kiss me already. Oh, well, is that so? A little angered, a little enraged, and a little emboldened by her provocation. I could just get this shit right. Let me get a drink. Oh, my tailbone's just screaming. How far are we in? 3 hours in. God damn. I think this mod's almost over though. It feels like it would be. I don't know. We don't have the dev in here to say anything. Alright. Provocation, as no doubt she hoped I would be. I reach out for Mia's face again to guide her back into my embrace. But to my surprise, she smacks my hand away, the sneer growing on her face before she virtually leaps at me, pinning me down and pressing her lips against mine. Well, there's your first kiss right there, dude. Oh yeah, they're gonna show it. Naomi looking ass thing. The first kiss I ever had is with the girl bully of St. Hammond's. Oh. It just looks like Naomi, really. Isn't it just great to be me? We twist, we shift some, bodies finding the best ways to interconnect. Being this close, I can even feel the smell of my own soap on Mia. She must have used last night, intermingling with all the scents that are hers only. It's like she's a little bit mine right now. The kiss itself, I'd like to say, is equally mind-blowing, but it's got to be the difference in our autonomies, right? Her snout is just so. How should I even? Mia must have noticed something's off too and got fed up with it, because as we break off the kiss, she looks positively dissatisfied. Yeah, it's so over, guys. It's over. And man, it feels like I'm such an asshole for being so anal about a first fucking kiss, but I can't help it. It's just so obviously. That felt like crap. It was... Shut up. Try again. If she insists. Second time we try, it's not much better. I think in her stubbornness, Mia's trying to, like, initiate a French kiss, and certainly I do get a new perspective into just how large a dinosaur's tongue can get. I simply can't call this a proper fucking kiss, infuriating as it is to say so. A relationship ruined on account of anatomical issues. And you taste the crack in her mouth. Oh god. Now just too focused on feeling good. But she's probably got morning breath, too. They probably both do. It's gotta be gross, dude. Am I just too focused on feeling good? Is she just too focused on trying to be good at it? We try again for a while, and then again, and then again. I want to say that it's getting better, but in reality, it's proving to be way too much of a challenge to figure out this interspecies kissing. At the same time, holy fucking goddamn it, am I getting worked up? And I don't think I'm alone on that. Uh-oh. Oh. Oh no. Oh no. Looks like I'm gonna have to take this one alone, guys. I don't know. Save it there. I don't know, this is probably a good stopping point. Just narrate it for us. Two paths diverge in the woods. Oh. I mean, we've been at this for 3 hours. I think it's a good stopping point. And if this is like the near end of the mod, we could just do other paths too and see what happens. I don't know. Lots of screaming, Inko crying in pain and pleasure. Finish what you start. I can't. It's 3 hours and my tailbone's been not having it. So we'll come back to it Friday. I think that's fair. Let me put it on the main menu. The music. Oh, it's gonna blast, isn't it? Down a little bit. Oh, Jurassic Pork. Tailbone cooked. I'm crying and Mia has stink lines coming off of her. Bone crushing noises. I mean, next stream I'll probably get the censor bar up again. Or I'll just, what is it? What is it? I could just do, where is it? Where's Snoop Gang? Yeah, I could just do this, and I could just narrate. That's your censor. You just, yeah, that's what I mean, narrate it off screen. I'll do that. But that'll be for Friday. What a way to celebrate Friday. You get to see Mia do stuff. I guess. Again, what do you mean again? Mia Moride, I suppose. Yeah, the mod really got better once the Crackarooski got broken out, I guess. Things got interesting. Oh, Lord. Yeah, I'm actually looking forward to more of the fucking shenanigans, but I bet like once the adult stuff is over, that's probably where the mod ends. And trains. Wait, the mod got better when there was less Thinko and more crack in trains. Gator is best. When no Gator, mod got better because stuff actually happened. Yeah, there was less thinking and more stuff happening. Yeah, seeing as it's like 3 hours, I'm probably not gonna come back tonight with Stardew. I'm gonna take it easy tonight. I'm gonna sleep. Thursday I'll probably be Stardew or something else, whatever I'm feeling up for. But Friday for sure is more Wanigamu. And you know what the best part is? I get to make another Thinko thumbnail with a bigger headed Thinko. I'm looking forward to that. And you have a good night. You too, Robert. I'm gonna head out. Yeah, just look forward to more streams, I guess. Mia actually is the good route because she makes Thinko shut up. That's true. Yeah, I'm gonna get going. I'll see you guys tomorrow or Friday. Whatever happens.